Hello, everyone.
Woo!
Woo!
All right, I'm pressing the links. Things are going public. All right, all right, all right. Excellent.
All right. So the starting screen we have is a little cluttered. So I'm gonna zoom in a
Oh,
little
what are we
bit.
on?
We were on that testing screen that you ran for us. You okay if I
Oh,
show off our testing screen?
yeah, yeah.
All right.
We're still on the map. Got it.
Hello, V. Nice to see you in chat. There we
Oh,
go.
let me clear away some stuff because I do intend to use this as a generic page for things and stuff. All right. Feel free, by the way, to set your music as you feel appropriate. Goop, if you don't listen to the music, the audience won't hear it, I think, because you're the one streaming. Am I right about that?
Absolutely true. I just turned it down a little bit so we could hear you over the music.
Fantastic. Okay. All right. So, everybody, welcome to Dragon Eye Blues. I'm very, very excited. We've been prepping for this for a couple months, and of course, everything fell to the last minute anyway because I am awful at time management. But we have figured it all out, and we are ready to go. I'm super excited. All right. So I'm actually uploading the final image that I need as I speak. So let's go ahead and introduce the players. So tonight we have two of my favorite people, Devi LaCroix and Corrupt the Spirit. So let's hear a little bit about who you are, where people can find you, maybe drop a link into the chat, and then tell us about your characters. All right, let's start with Nick, because that's how it usually reads when I write it down. Corrupt Spirit, tell us about yourself, where we can find you, and who you're playing tonight.
All right. Hi everyone, I'm Corruptive Spirit, and I am going to be playing the perpetually entertaining Nick. Full name Madeline Spink. She is a local, ne'er-do-well party girl about town in Azure City. And I, Corruptive Spirit, her player, am an artist, a writer, hypothetical in both regards. You can find me at my Twitter, which I will go drop in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Oh, don't worry about that. I can do that for you. That's no hassle.
It's already mine. I already got it. Back off.
Oh,
Hussy.
okay, fine. Be that way.
And
Did you call Pat a hussy?
I accept this.
Am I wrong?
terminology.
I mean, that's for you and Pat to determine amongst yourselves.
I've determined it. It's determined.
I quite
It is
like
now
the term.
determined. She certainly rolled over on it as soon as you said it. So
I do love rolling over for Goop. What can I say?
It's true. She loves rolling over for me. So well trained. You're up, Ellie.
all right. So my name is Devi. I'm let's see how to put it. I've written several romance novels that you can purchase off of Amazon. That's my name to claim. My claim to fame, as it were. Those are how words work.
You should
can
know. You're a
follow me-
writer.
I am right, exactly. You can follow me on Twitter. I try to have a cool kayfabe funny vibe on Twitter, so I'm great there. Yeah, like I said, I'm in the process of writing an urban fantasy series that you can purchase off of Amazon, as well as a lesbian crime romance series. So in that regard, that leads directly into the character I'm playing tonight. I'm playing the mouse, who is inspired by the quiet violence of the driver. An all leather fighter, street gang member wearing a motorcycle helmet and wielding a crowbar, slowly, silently, and laconically working her way through Azure City's underworld to get revenge on some ne'er-do-wells.
Fuck yeah.
Gosh, I
Thought
really
you were
hope.
going to say
I hope our.
LaCroixly.
Oh God, I'm not that good with with puns. I've been shamed in my own house.
I really hope our local ne'er-do-well Mick doesn't have to interact with this dangerous gang member. Surely nothing good can come of it.
I know. It's terrifying to consider.
Oh, it's gonna go
I
great.
do like the possibility that Pat here is going to run 2 separate games at the same time, and our characters will just never interact.
Yep, that's actually what my plan was. I'm shocked that you stumbled upon it so quickly. Good golly.
I'm looking forward to, Mick gets a job as a janitor, and all she does is just clean up the messes Mouse leaves. It's like Viscera cleanup detail and like Hotline Miami welded together in one just very strange sort of genre exploration.
It's like the house flipper games on Steam. You go into a crime scene that Mouse has left, and then you have to carefully scrub it down.
Honestly, I should make this. This sounds like a good game. If someone can make this, I'll take 10% royalties. Hit me up.
Oh, it looks like
Amazing.
Viria Durav is in chat. Streamlabs announced that every new follower gets to name a generic NPC.
Oh, there's gonna be a bunch of those. Toss me a name, and I will make one of the numerous unnamed NPCs who Devi will kill a character.
Hey, Viria, I'll kill your character last.
Oh, you're so sweet. All right.
Oh,
The suspension is killing me. Let's get moving. I'm excited.
All right. Yes. So, a teal streak blasts through these let me start over again. A teal streak slices its way through the pink afternoon sky, Mick, as you look up and see yet another landing ship heading towards Little Daruna Port. You yourself are on your way to an appointment and don't give it all that much heed, but you do notice as it crashes down to Earth. Devi, you are that teal streak, and
Yes!
you're finding your sea legs once more as you recover from cryosleep inside of a vessel called the Brawling Beauty. It is a large transport vessel, typically reserved for inter-system travel, although it has been retrofitted over the past 300 years that it's been in service, some of which it probably lived in a dump. And now it is fully capable of taking you from point A to point B in space. The owner, a surly woman with bold red hair named Yzolt, chuckles and says, "Good morning, sweetheart. You certainly slept a while."
Well, I'm slowly waking up from cryo. My body is slowly beginning to respond to my desire and control once again. And what was her name? Yvette?
Yzolt.
Yzolt. Yzolt is very
French.
lucky because Yzolt gets to see Mouse stepping out of cryo naked. I hope that Yzolt remembers this day for the rest of her life, because Mix worked really hard at this, or Mouse has worked really hard on this body, and she flexes, gets feeling back in her fingers, and starts to pull on her one set of clothes.
You know those things don't grow on trees. I thought you were gonna hand it back to me. You're making me do all this legwork. Gotta go talk to the the Trinity restocking crew now.
Mouse shrugs Mouse shrugs and then in a gravelly voice says, "It's a government write-off."
Sure is. Quite the talker. All right. Well, we're here. And the mechanic shouts, "Hey, be nice to her!" from the other room as the vessel begins to clink and clunk against metal floor, and you find yourself disembarking onto and taking your first steps into Azure City.
How does the gravity of Azure City hold up to where I'm used to?
It's a little heavier,
Okay.
believe it or not, but it is not much heavier. It's about, I would say, it's about Earth. Alcos being a lower gravity planet.
Okay.
Suddenly got very dark in the Roll20.
Ah, yes. Well, that would be because nobody's on this map yet. Lol.
Okay, so there's
As
lighting.
happens.
Whoopsies.
Who turned out the lights?
I've not explored any of the map yet, so it all shows up dark on the minimap.
Gotcha.
Oh, I have to give your character's vision. That's the problem. Happens all the time. Sorry about that. All right, represents.
You got the cryo blindness.
That's what yes, precisely. Wasn't that a thing in what was it? What was the movie with? Anyways, it was a movie. Cryo blindness. It's now a thing in this universe.
Oh, definitely. All right, so one of you should. I'm gonna actually. I think.
Was it Pandorum?
Oh God, probably.
Maybe.
I mean, there's definitely an aspect of that in Star Wars, but it's the kryptonite blindness. All right, so you should be able to see. Are we still seeing black?
I'll zoom out again. Screen's all black. The tokens you used may or may not be us, because I couldn't move them in the last map.
No. Oh, wait, what? That shouldn't be right. Huh. You should have control. Edit. Let me just make sure. Can be edited and controlled by all of you. Use selected token. Apply token.
Serious.
And can you refresh your Roll20 screen, maybe?
I'll do just that.
I'm gonna try refreshing mine. Seems to be a. Be nice to get that working, because there are maps with vision on them. This is not one that's particularly important for that. It's more important for just showing off the setting. Okay, I'm still not getting the indication that you... Oh, hold on. Do I have you on the right map? Yes, you should be on that map.
Pitch black.
Layer. Token layer. Edit. That's bizarre.
It wouldn't be the first session of a new game if there weren't some hiccups.
There are some hiccups as always, yes. Alright, player permissions, see and edit. GM notes,
the mist or the fog was the horror.
Oh, I'm an idiot. There's a toggle for this. I'm an idiot. Sorry. You should be able to see now.
Ooh, I like this. Oh, look at this. I've got my briefcase. I've got...
Yes.
I think Mouse can see. I still can't see.
Oh, fuck. Really?
Nope. I could reset it if you'd like.
I gave you the vision thing, so you should be able to see.
Be my eyes, Ellie. Devi, describe it for me.
You should also be able to see through her, actually. So
literally be my eyes, Devi. See for me.
Well,
dynamic lighting updates. All right. Yep. You have all the things set, so I think it's now no longer in my control.
Oh, there it goes.
Excellent. All right.
Damn, nice pick.
So,
I like that. Look at that pinup art. That's great.
And the briefcase,
also, I do appreciate
classy.
that you didn't do a variant, so I'm stepping off of this transport ship with dried blood on my helmet. It's very ominous.
Oh, that's a good look.
It's a very good look.
I really could have done the variant. That would not have been hard. I just didn't think to remove the blood, and
that's
I
fine.
suspect
That's fine.
That you won't either after a while.
I don't. I have no problems with this.
So, there is the issue of going through customs. The question I would have for you is, does your character have any weaponry on her at the moment?
No. Just so the audience knows, Mouse is very good with improvised weapons.
Excellent. So you see a greeter. This was a freight ship, so it's not necessarily full of passengers who are disembarking. You just hopped on it at your last stop, and before you is a woman who looks like she's involved in the customs for the planet.
What a pretty
Over here
friend.
at the intake region.
Well, in an exciting turn of pace, I will walk up to her and ask which way to customs.
She
laughs at me.
No, she does not. She says, "Right here. Do you wish to declare anything?"
No.
Ah. Well, place your briefcase on the conveyor belt, and you may walk through the terminal exit, and you will be checked with our scans. Please just raise your hands above your head.
I do as requested, and everyone, and she can hear the creaking of the leather as I lift my arms above my head.
Horny.
Perfect.
I'm wearing a biker jacket that really makes me look good. I need to. I have non-verbal communicator. I need to communicate through sounds.
You do. She kind of side eyes you as you as she hears that. She's watching intently. And you do make it out to the other side, and you're in the correct area to collect your luggage. And you are now out on the streets.
Perfect. But it turns out that the two guns I had with me, my arms, didn't set off any security.
So, my question.
So, follow-up question.
Yes.
So, I assume that none of my cybernetics were a problem either. Or do
They
my
registered.
They registered. Okay.
And cybernetics are legal to have in your body. They are, depending on the one, that you don't have any serious combat mods like gun for arms, for instance, that the Trinity would take issue with.
Correct.
The ones that you have are, if not legal, then certainly permitted.
Little Jimmy gun arms was never the same after the Trinity took the gun arms away.
That's horrible. Oh, so I'm all the way down here. I just step outside. I'm now.
Yeah.
They just let me onto the planet like that.
They did.
They didn't check my fake passport or anything.
They definitely checked your passport and.
My fake passport. I wanted to be clear that my fake passport.
Okay, all right. If you're being really clear about that, why don't you roll me an endurance to represent that nonverbal communication?
Keeping your mouth shut. Yes! That's all zeros for anyone watching.
You can, if you would like, reach that.
Reroll it.
Yeah, you know what? Okay, so I take one edge and re-roll it?
Yep.
Yes.
All right. So do you want to, while I do that, do you want to explain to the audience the concept of edge in this game?
I would love to.
Please take it away.
Edge is a sort of a bonus resource that you generate rather than use. The more you have, the more likely you are to panic for something to go wrong, but for every edge, it's the same as increasing your stat by 1. So the more, panicked you are, the more stressful things become, the more you're tuned in to succeed, even as things start falling apart. Eventually, when it gets high enough, you can unlock your special move, an edge break, which is unique to your character and allows you to do things that normally would never be available during the game. You'll find out more about what our characters have as things get a bit stressful.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's a way of heightening everything that's going on in a scene. So
Exactly.
You both get more keyed in, but also more amped up as stress increases.
So she looks over your passport. There are some indications that it's a forgery. The scan doesn't work, for instance, and the name listed there is not in any database, although the databases can be hopelessly mismatched given the distances of space. She looks up and down and she says, "Are you? Is that?" And I'm assuming you give her a very meaningful look.
Well,
so
my
as to
helmet's
indicate-
on, so it's not a meaningful look. I cock my head to one side like a quizzical bird.
She looks at your expression, looks at how you're dressed, what you're carrying, then looks back at the passport, and she looks up at you again and she says, "Sorry for the inconvenience, Mrs. Smith."
Mrs. Smith. I miss Smith. That's wonderful. I miss Jane Smith.
And she hands you your passport.
Perfect. Good. Excellent. I'm glad that worked out fine for everyone involved.
I think it was the quizzical look and then the tightening of the grip on the briefcase.
Yeah,
Really
exactly.
sold it.
Meanwhile, I'm asking the GM. So if I use the briefcase as a bludgeon weapon, what are its stats?
That would be that would go with your bludgeon stats. I think that would fit well with them.
Would it be mod 1 damage 2?
Mod 1 damage 3, I would almost say. This is a heavy briefcase.
But see, look, I'm already making friends.
Exactly. You don't know her name. She doesn't know yours either. But she will remember you.
Perfect. Good. So sees me on the news. Okay,
So,
I'm out of
what is your
customs.
first-
Great.
Yeah, what is you're taking your first fledgling steps into this new city. You have an agenda, you have goals. What's your first step towards accomplishing them?
Well, I have a very cool biker outfit, but no bike.
Would you like to attempt to find one?
Yes,
Maybe
I
a
would like to
scrutiny.
attempt to liberate one from long-term parking.
Yes. It's actually so funny thing about that. Give me that scrutiny. I put it on the map just to represent there could hypothetically be one. You haven't found it yet. This is a bigger map than it's depicted as. There you go.
It's pretty big.
Yes. So
I have it on
there is-
airing. So for the audience, if you'll so I rolled. What do these little symbols mean for them?
So these are this is the symbol of the.
Oh, they can't
Trinity.
see it anyways.
Yes. Well, unfortunate, but
Let me see if I
the
can't
success dice.
make it a
indicates,
little bit easier to see that.
Yes, the success dice is a symbol of the Trinity, which we in the biz use to represent 6 on a 6-sided dice,
So sixes are a success.
and 1 is a failure. But or 1 is sorry, the term is escaping me here. But if you were to roll a 1 on your edge dice, that would be a big problem.
But yeah. So the idea is that we
Yeah,
want to
shock
roll
dice.
6s. Other dice numbers don't tend to matter, and so the larger your pool is, the better you're more likely to get a 6. So in this case, I got 3 6s.
I mean, you
Mhm.
succeeded with some fucking panache, which means I'm going to avert the initial encounter that I might have tossed your way. You initially looked through the lot, hoping to find an unattended motorcycle. The first one you find, however, is being sat on by a Thren woman who's kibitzing with some other people who look a tad unsavory to you, and those individuals kind of watch you as you move your way through the parking lot, With that scrutiny also, you can definitely make out that there is some manner of a transaction going down here. And they all don't look particularly keen on having anybody else involved in this transaction. So you move your way about, and eventually you do stumble upon a hover bike, which fits exactly the bill.
I do appreciate that because of my incredible perceptiveness, I was able to avoid the first scene from Terminator. Give me your clothes.
Terminator in a hot minute, so.
I want your bike.
Yes. You do avert the first scene of the Terminator, and you find yourself a motorbike now.
Okay.
It's I'm gonna say that your scrutiny is served by your extra points in scrutiny are served by finding a motorbike that is unoccupied,
perfect,
and unused, and seeing the scene that I described earlier.
Perfect. Good.
What would you like to do with your motorbike?
I would like to try to hotwire it.
I'm gonna make you roll for that.
That's fair. Mechanics?
Yeah, I'm gonna give you. All right, fine. I'll make you do a mechanics +3.
Ooh,
because
nice.
You know your way around this. It's a very simple job.
You've stolen so many goddamn bikes.
All right, I got 2 successes.
Perfect. Yeah. Not only do you, not only are you able to hotwire it, you actually find a second set of keys underneath the in the exhaust pipe, actually.
Oh, that seems like a critical security oversight. I'm so excited. Look at my excited.
Because they forgot.
Look, I found keys. I'm bug-eyed.
Excited.
Okay. All right, so I've got a bike to go with my biker outfit. My things. Everything's turning up Millhouse.
I like that that's really close to your actual name.
Everything's turning up. Well, actually, Mouse is short for Millhouse.
Milfred plus Millhouse.
Anyways.
Milfred Millhouse is perhaps one of the worst names I've ever heard.
But you have heard of it. Okay, so what's the next step? You've got a bike.
I've got a bike. I've got
an agenda.
I now look for the second player character. No. So
That'll come up.
Well, I guess I'm going to find a place to spend the night.
Do you ask perhaps some of these lovely locals where they might suggest spending the night?
I mean,
they might
the balance
have
of me walking up into the middle of a drug transaction and just being like, hello, I'm bulletproof.
I feel like Mouse
I would like a recommendation about where I should spend the evening.
They are criminals. They're very clearly doing a drug deal. You might find more than just where to spend the night.
I might find friends.
Or somebody to tell you where you might find other elements of the nightlife.
Well, I guess now that I pocket my keys, I turn off the motorcycle, knowing that I don't have to hotwire it anymore. And I pick up my suitcase and I walk over to introduce myself to these fine, upstanding members of Azure City's, elite.
Yes. A couple of them kind of just give you weird looks. There's a very scarred-looking Rast who has a big satchel that he scooches to the other side of his body when he sees you approach. And looks like this woman's the one wheeling and dealing here. She has a pretty, I believe it's pretty white and pink rabbit-themed motorcycle helmet that's sitting on her seat, and she looks rather bored when she sees you walk up. Private business.
I'm new to town.
I can tell.
I'm looking for your boss.
Ooh.
I am my own boss.
Perfect. I'm for hire.
Damn, you work fast. How much for a night?
Ooh.
Well, don't you want to see the goods first?
I thought you were talking about your body, and it does look pretty good.
I was gonna say most of what you're physically got is on display with that synth suit and the leather jacket.
It's true. It's true. I chose my outfit quite well.
So, hot stuff. What's the situation? What can I help you with?
I'm looking for someone.
Aren't we all? But obtuseness aside, who can I help you find?
I pull out a pendant from my pocket. Do you want to show you the picture of that?
Oh yes. Let me
Alright.
I haven't actually uploaded it, so we shall carry on knowing that it is an S-shaped brooch with an
Shaped
intricate
jeweled brooch
design.
that is on a chain that clearly wasn't the chain that it went with.
Absolutely.
I do want to remark, it's lovely that this interaction could be the preface to a romance story where it's like, we're all looking for someone. It's like, goodness, you're so forward. You have so much on display.
Well,
Really?
yes. I mean, it's almost as if this is a story. I've written a story like this, and it's a genre that really appeals to me.
Oh my God, you're a writer?
You did so well.
Oh my god, really?
So
Some
you
of the-
flash.
Some of my best friends are writers.
Aw.
You flash a brooch on a pendant, and it looks something like this: silvery platinum and cobalt,
Ooh.
with an intricate vine running across the exterior of a strange serpentine dragonish figure that is belonging to Thren mythology. She looks it up and down, and she says, "Can't say I've seen one of those walking around in the streets, but look, if I do encounter someone who uses that heraldic symbol, that's some archaic stuff, mind you, I will let you know. Well, what name can I refer to you as? Since we are getting acquainted." The folks around her seem to be like, are we really doing this? Are we just having a conversation with this random person? And she kind of gives them a look as if to say, shh, doing business.
Doing business. I'm doing real business now. Excuse me. Well, if you find someone wearing this symbol, tell them that Mouse is looking for him.
All right, will do. Will do. You can give me one sec. Sorry. Do.
Me, you
Oh,
don't know my symbol? Have a nice day.
Correct answer.
Have a
Yeah.
nice day. Walks away. Doesn't trip a conversation flag. The story doesn't continue.
I do
You
enjoy.
can call me Lanes.
Oh.
Hmm?
I was gonna
Did you have
say,
something?
I enjoy that Mouse is one of those folk monsters where if they show you this thing and you're like, do you like this? And if you say no, they kill you. And if you say yes, they kill you. Just to say, I don't know, that doesn't look like anything to me. And then they let you leave.
Yeah, precisely. I have no strong opinions about this.
The name's Lanes, and the business is whatever gets me paid. So, do you have anything more on the table than a fancy museum piece?
What you see is what you get.
Boy, would I like to get it. Look, you're probably better served talking to someone higher up the food chain than myself.
I did start this conversation by asking to talk to your boss.
And as I said, I am my own boss, but I
So
go
who's-
to a certain someone for connections.
So who's the person you run shit for?
That's one way to put it. Radovan Mish. He owns a brothel on Horizon Street. Well, off Horizon Street, but you know, same
Fantastic. I need a place to stay.
thing.
I'll tell him Lane sent me.
You'll fit in quite nicely with the merchandise. Sweet thing.
Does he take good care of the women?
It's a Thren brothel, of course.
Good. Oh yeah, they've got healthcare.
They got fucking
universal
dental.
healthcare.
Yeah, they got dental
got
in this
dental.
in this Thren brothel.
They're unionized.
They're all licensed therapists.
They're licensed therapists and they're unionized. Perfect. I'll be great there. Great. I need to get some dental work done anyways.
Now back to selling drugs. All right, boys. She turns around.
All right. Well then, I'm gonna go drive off on my stolen motorcycle to a brothel.
You damn straight are. All right. So you show up outside of the
What was the name
I
of
was-
that one Thren again? Who runs the brothel?
Radovan Mish.
Radovan?
Let me
I don't have a Thren tongue. I can't actually say some of those consonants.
yes, actually I can share an image to the lot of you that has a name associated with it. Give me one sec here. Deep Systems, August. Yeah, it's in August.
What haughty Thren am I going to walk in on?
Oh, I know this character. I like this character.
I just want to make sure that
this
I'm not.
picture before.
Okay, yes. Okay, cool. All right. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't saying it wrong because he called me out, and I didn't want to be called on my bluff here. But it is Vratovan Mish.
Vratovan Mish. Okay, well,
Parentheses, the intersection. Of what? Who knows?
yeah, what a vrat. Always acting
Indeed.
like a vrat.
So, are we gonna have an issue with the? Oh wait, I haven't moved you to the map yet. All right, so you ride down the roads of Azure City.
I assume that my built-in heads-up display cybernetic eyes gives me a street path to get where I'm going.
Hot.
Oh, definitely. You have your HUD inform you quite clearly where you're going. Mish's joint is rated as 4 stars off Horizon Street. Top reviews are excellent service. Finished too fast, and she laughed at me. 1 star. And a couple of other seedy reviews.
I do like the idea for our audience to set the picture here that Mouse is driving a stolen motorcycle to a brothel, looking up Fantasy Futures Yelp reviews of the brothel. Like, this
They
is
just pop up.
fantastic. This is my best life.
Does anyone mind if I take a cropped picture of what was in the group chat and share Radovan Mish with a chat?
I would love you to. Yes, please.
All right, gathering a link, sending.
So
a
you find
link.
yourself on a large, long road after a few tributaries. The main road is called the Loop, and it seemingly traverses the entire island. Your HUD tells you that it's going to be about 45 minutes, parentheses, with traffic, to get where you're going. Cyan City is perhaps on the opposite side of the island from Little Daruna, where you started. So, are you going to take that 45 minutes, or are you going to try and cut it down to 30?
I'm gonna try to cut it down to 30.
All right, that's going to be an operate check.
Oh dear.
Something you're not very well trained at.
Oh god,
But
I'm
I would
terrible at
say
operations.
that speeding
Oh
in
god.
traffic, I would say that speeding in traffic is pretty easy. I'm going to give you a +2 because you're in a motorcycle.
Oh yeah, because you can go in between cars.
Well, I didn't fail.
Yes,
Didn't
you
succeed
can reach
either.
that.
You know what? I'm gonna bump up the edge. I'm gonna do it again.
Good luck. Okay, not bad.
All right, excellent.
Clip somebody's rear view.
Yeah, I was literally gonna say. Usually when you get a panic result or a stress, what is the term? Shock result. Thank you. On your edge dice there, that does mean something bad happens to you or the party. But at the moment, you are the party. And frankly, it's a little too early for me to be throwing hardballs at you. You do clip someone's mirror, and you get a nice hearty honk as you zoom past. Other than that, though, it's a fairly quick jaunt down the loop from Little Daruna to Cyan City. And once you get to Cyan City, you notice that Horizon Street is a very wide-laned street, absolutely packed with cars. Fortunately, you don't have to go on Horizon Street, and your HUD gives you a redirecting screen for just one moment as it takes you off of Horizon Street, which is at its busiest hour at the moment, places you exactly where you need to be going, and you find yourself outside of a brothel titled simply Mish's Place.
All right. That's a very, very descriptive name there.
It has a an illustration that I can't share for Twitch purposes outside of it.
I do appreciate the idea that to get into character in this universe, in this setting, you drew art you cannot share, even though the game was always going to be streamed on Twitch. Amazing. No notes. 100% perfect.
You can look at the thing I post. Yeah, actually, here I can share it with y'all, but I can't share it anywhere else.
All right, let me see. What's the symbol look like? What do I see with my
you've
eyes?
You've seen it before.
Unfortunately, due to terms of service, we can't even tell you to keep an eye out for it in hypothetical other places. But if you do see it, cool.
Sadly, I can't tell you to go on Queen and Chitin, my alt account on Twitter, and scroll down until you see the first thing that doesn't have the hashtag Vivid Shadows on it that I posted.
Oh, wow. Okay. Nice.
Oh, wow. So that's the... Okay. That's a very handsome boy.
Yeah, it says Mish's Place. And
Thanks, Mish.
L is
Thanks, Mish.
Covering some stuff.
Unfortunately, yeah. Meanwhile, Mouse is discovering that she's actually bisexual.
So, do you have vision? Is a very important question.
Do I have vision?
Well, you don't.
Oh yeah, because I'm not here.
Oh, do I have vision? Oh, do I have vision on the Roll20? No, I do not. It is all black.
Let me try this again.
Oh no, I do. I didn't see it. Yep, I'm there. I'm there. I see it. I've got vision.
Yep. Okay, no worries then. All right.
Perfect. I'll keep my eyes closed. And you can continue adventuring.
Okay. Yes. I'm going to go ahead and do a thing. Yeah. All right. So, yeah. So, you're immediately greeted by a very well dressed individual, and they walk up to you and they say, "Hello, welcome to Mish's Place," in a hushed tone. "How might we be of service?"
I'd like a room for the night.
Ah, yes, of course. We have such services.
I don't need any services. I would like a room for the night.
Ah, of course. Roll me, if you will, a nonverbal communication.
Yes. My favorite. Would you like to tell everyone about my nonverbal communication special skill?
It is a custom talent that I gave to this lovely individual because, I mean, look at her.
So what in
Period.
practice what it lets me do is so that typically communication would be a it is in the
Empathy
empathy.
based skill.
It's so there are 4 attributes: cognition, alacrity, resilience, and empathy. And then each one of those has 3 skills that are related to it. So typically communication would be a skill in the empathy attribute. I am instead allowed with my nonverbal communication to use my endurance stat from the resilience attribute. So typically how much pain one can endure, how physically fit someone is. I can use that to non-verbally communicate in place of an empathy test. And I just got 4 successes.
You did. So I'm gonna say, they initially assume that by a room for the night, you are being upfront and point blank about exactly what you're here for. Although after a moment, they look you up and down, and kind of up and down, but like in increasingly small intervals as to where they're looking, and it goes from top of head to feet down towards kind of all up and down your torso. But then they reel back and they look at your briefcase, they look at your motorcycle helmet, they look at your general demeanor.
Traveling the hills and valleys of those heavenly sculpted abs.
Oh yes, very, very much on display with the body type Trinity standard spacesuit. And they say, "Oh, you're here to see Mish, aren't you?"
I cock my head to one side, nod slightly.
Yes.
The great thing about my helmet is that I can actually smile and no one can see it.
Of course. Follow me, they say in that same hushed tone. A few individuals look over at you wistfully. One of them, this one, kind of touches your leather jacket as you pass.
I do the thing that I promised that I would do, and so I do the Boba Fett chin tap as I walk past.
You hear a soft exhale.
Jesus.
And whoops. The receptionist and the door move as one. My bad.
Oh boy.
So you are invited. Fuck me. I keep.
Oh, there's more of them. She's following along.
Now there's 2 of them.
Things are getting out of hand.
Yes. God, that's such a good quote. I wish it wasn't like kind of softly racist. Anyway, so she brings you to a back room in this very long hallway filled with
This is huge.
Filled with curtains and longing glances. And the curtains pass as she permits you in, and she says, "Through that door." And you see kind of a sordid scene. There are figures all around in various shades of undressed and overdressed. And it seems to be a general kind of orgiastic experience in this room. But at the very end of the room, you notice a door which is seemingly unlocked. And she gestures to the door, or they gesture to the door and suggest that it's the door you were looking for.
Oh God, I recognize me, the player, recognizes another token in this room. Does Mouse, for any reason, recognize anyone in this room?
Not at all. Their
Perfect.
faces
Good.
in the crowd.
Good. Excellent. All right. So I just get to walk in and see the boss. This is what gals. This is why you should invest in a motorcycle riding leather, and 10 years of vengeance as you hone your body into a weapon. It just unlocks doors. Just like skirts get dropped for you, doors get opened. Your life is an oyster. So Okay, so I just walk through. I just walk through the door to go talk to this boss.
Is it an
All right.
oyster in the yonic sense or the priapistic sense?
I do not know what that means.
All
I am
right.
sorry.
Well, I'm not going to explain it because any further would trip every sensor. So go have fun looking that up, everybody.
Mick,
Hmm?
you see someone walk by you, sculpted abs, body like a Greek god crossed with
A motorcycle.
motorcycle. Honestly, it's like the fusion between a Greek god and a motorcycle. It's kind of kinky. But you see this individual, all black as opposed to the more colorful shades that you're accustomed to in this joint, this establishment that you've frequented so often. And with goal in mind, she passes by you on a straight trajectory for the door that scorned you just moments before.
Mick's
What
not
would you like
feeling
to do?
Mick's not feeling impact play this weekend. She doesn't really care.
No, she's not. Say to Thren, who kind of stumble upon you as you shift in your seat. Seems everybody here is either in some between state between sleep and wake, or under some other sort of stupor. Except for that person that just walked by you.
Of course, when that
She seemed
person
incredibly awake.
when that person walks through the doors with such intensity, Mick takes a pause and moves a little closer to said door and motions one of the nearby Thren over as well.
She comes willingly, presenting her back to you as she leans up next to you and she says, "Hello." As the door closes, it's not so tight that you can't catch a peek through the crease between the door and the wall. Not so tight that you can't hear that which is about to transpire. Mouse, you're face to face with an incredibly flamboyant Thren.
Damn, that is a hot boy.
He looks you up and down and he says, "Why, hello, handsome. Whatever can I do for you?"
I'm new to town.
Oh,
Girl Lane's at the spaceport sent me to come see you.
Lane's lovely gal, lovely gal. Well, I'm glad that she sent you my way, stud. Looking for a job?
I've got a piece of jewelry that I'm trying to return to its owner.
Oh, how exotic. Please do show.
So I, as always, pull out my my little piece of jewelry. There we go, on a chain.
Oh, that is some fine looking stuff. Is that platinum I see? Good golly, somebody spent a small fortune on this thing. Well, I mean, I would say that, but with asteroid mining, frankly, you can mass produce these, though it is pretty to look at. And if this were archaic, he says, looking it up and down, a master of costume jewelry, I would say, that would fetch you quite a sum of money. However, it doesn't really have the history. He looks it up, upside down, notes a few things on the rear of it. But it's a modern brooch, designed to look like it's old. I can find somebody who would take that off your hands if that's what you're looking to do.
Not looking to sell it, looking to find its original owner.
Tad harder, I'm afraid. So many worlds, so many people. So few interested in ancient Thren heraldry. But I could look around for you. That's all you're interested in? I thought that there was more that we could talk about. He says, getting uncomfortably, well, I mean, depending on your comfort level with physical intimacy, quite close to you, to the extent that you can run a finger down your latex clad chest.
So who are the other two figures in this room?
Oh, yes. Good that you pointed them out. They are wearing BAPA, which is battle armor. You're intimately familiar with this, as certain people from your backstory have worn similar outfits while doing things that we won't describe necessarily without sufficient cause. However, they are also used by the Trinity military and a number of other outfits. The fact that they are wearing battle armor does not necessarily mean that they are the people that you're looking for.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That is some nice. That is one of my favorite pieces you've done. I love that battle armor. That's
you.
That's some serious firepower you got here.
Oh, I like to be able to back up my claims. See, I don't like to break the law, but I do associate with those who do. And so often they mean to break my bones. And while that is kind of fun, I prefer to consent to it. Beforehand, these folks are just here to ensure my safety and the safety of my clientele. And of course, my marvelous employees. You don't have any violent thoughts in mind, do you?
I don't answer that question. So if you, well, I also hear that there's a meeting of the syndicate heads coming up soon.
Wait, what? Hold on. The record scratches. One moment. The record changes. Oh, I see. Guards, get the door. They walk up to the door. They don't do anything to it. They're just standing in a different position now.
Okay.
I thought you were here, frankly, for employ. I mean, good golly, you have the body, to be sure.
I love that everyone's just like, please, can we purchase a night with you? Please.
Shows up at a brothel. Brothel asks to buy my time.
But I don't assume you're a licensed therapist.
No.
You're here to talk a different sort of business. I understand. The syndicate heads are meeting, yes. I'm not involved in that. I'm neutral, of course. Your folks might say I'm practically Rast in the matter. Which is parentheses, a term kind of equivalent to I'm Switzerland, which means I'm neutral, given the fact that the Rast were neutral in the Great War. To everybody is upset. Anyway. Or the last war, sorry. Practically Rast in the matter. Yes, but I am a dealer in knowledge and connector of dots. Some call me the intersection. Some don't even call me by names. They just employ my services. You're looking to do that, I imagine. You want knowledge, and I have plenty to offer for a price.
My understanding is that the head of the Phobos Archaeology, Magra Vidal, I understand that she's got an appreciation for fine jewelry.
Does she?
I'd like to see if she could know who the owner of this piece was.
Well,
could you make an introduction?
I love introducing people. However, my introduction services are not free, you understand.
I give an expressive sort of shrug of my shoulders that is an invitation to name the price.
Well, for a good He looks like he's calculating math in his head. 10,000. I could put my reputation on the line to introduce some gal off the streets to one of the most powerful people in the Trinity. Or, he looks you up and down, there is another way you could pay me. I am, of course, an entrepreneur who thrives on service and credit.
Mouse continues to stay absolutely still and absolutely silent.
There are a number of jobs that those who seek to employ neutral parties bring to the table, so to speak. Show me and ask if I know anybody who might be able to perform said duties. And being the intersection that I am, I connect dots where they want to be connected. I could connect you to one of those job opportunities, and in exchange, I could provide you an introduction to the powers that be in town. How does that sound?
I want to for momentarily look over my shoulder and size up how strong these two guards on the door are.
They look strong, but you could take them.
But I could take them. What kind? How good's their armor?
Pretty good. But you're pretty sure you could punch harder.
That's true.
Though, I would say, the armor is significant. Whether they themselves live up to it is another matter.
Well, okay, you know what? This is the sort of game we're in. I nod thoughtfully to our pal Radovan, turn to the door and swing my briefcase into one of their helmeted heads.
Okay, give me a melee attack, please.
Yes.
Nick, you heard the usual fanfare. Radovan doesn't like being fucked around with. You're familiar with that. And Radovan has his own special way of indicating that he's playing hardball. And by the tone of his voice, you can tell that he is playing hardball at the moment. And then you hear something else as a briefcase comes crashing down onto a metal form.
So I got 3 successes, but also 2 shocks.
All right. I'm going to say that you go up an edge, and Mick, you see the helmeted head crash in between the part of the door that you were looking through and the wall, and it startles the fuck out of you, and you leap back, disturbing, of course, the individual that you were softly flirting with. Both of you go up an edge. And the armor does cut most of that away, but it is still 3 damage. And the guy is looking very, very battered at the moment. He kind of begins reaching for his weapons, as does the other person. And Radovan says, all right. I see you're capable of quite a bit. Before you kill one of my men, hear me out. There's a very straightforward job that I need done, and I haven't a reliable person to perform said job. Do that for me, and I will introduce you to the local syndicate branch. How does that sound?
Isn't that the same deal you just offered me?
Yes, well, it's a little bit more lenient considering.
Oh, so this time you're not going to fuck me. You're going to just act like you weren't going to fuck me.
How about I throw room and board in for free?
Oh, what was that? Throwing a what?
How about I throw room and board in for free? I'm practically paying you at this point.
I pull the guard that I guess I knocked down. I pull them back up to their feet and brush their armor.
You hear, fuck you, man.
I hit him again with my briefcase.
God damn it. Do you like proper hit or
hitting the
like,
Yeah, no, proper hit.
oh
Jesus.
fuck, all right, give me that melee.
Plonk.
I'm gonna assume the armor this is big armor folks. Yeah, so the armor does mitigate most of that, but he's kind of, you see him take off his helmet, and he's kind of a scrawny looking human dude underneath, bit gaunt at the cheeks, and he says, "Oi, what the fuck is your problem? God fucking damn it." He spits out a little bit of blood. Ow. Jesus.
He's the worst guard I've ever met. Wait, so the only thing that's keeping him from being beaten more by me is his armor, and he took his helmet off.
Do you want to kill this man?
No, I don't want to kill this man. I just want to prove a point. Also though, also, I'm looking at the map. What the hell is this laying down person?
Laying down person, where?
This is like this blue tank up right there.
Oh, that is a that's a holographic display of a.
Oh, it's like a dancing Twilight girl.
Exactly. It's a holographic display of a dancing human.
That's a little
casting a neon glow on.
That's a little fetishy coming from a Thren.
That's very problematic. I think that this head of this brothel is very problematic.
Problem.
Is Mick going to write a tell-all Tumblr post about him?
Oh god, no. Oh my god. They're fucking oomfies. What are you talking about?
Alright, so I don't want to kill this guard. I just want to, so when he spit his blood out, he didn't spit it on me, right?
On the floor. Honestly, on the couch, and Radovan says, Hey, not on the couch. That's good leather.
You should train your dogs a bit better, Radovan.
And from the doorway, speaking of trained dogs.
Oh, hello, it's you again. I thought I told you not to come here.
Radovan, it's so crazy. I understand things move so fast in Azure City, but I remember hearing just a few minutes ago, and Mick's already at the table, past Mouse. I was just hearing from a good friend of mine, name's Mish, kind of like you actually, that there's just no jobs around. Nothing to do for an enterprising gal, and look at this funny little off-worlder goes and gets herself a job. What was that, 5 minutes and 2 head hits? God, that was a new record. But she doesn't work alone, she needs a partner. And Mick gets right up next to Mouse and wraps an arm around one of those jacketed leather arms. Girl is like, comes up to your shoulder. I'm presuming Mouse is probably pretty tall.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 2 meters at least.
2 meters? Well, yeah. Mick comes, a little bit, just up to her shoulder, and leans her head on that leather shoulder, creaking it slightly. My good buddy here, we go way back, and she needs a wingman. So how about this? You cover my stay for the night, any expenses I charged up while I was, passing the time in the lobby back there, and I'll work this job for free.
What I told you specifically was that I didn't have any jobs for you.
That's crazy, but you do got a job for us, right?
That depends entirely on the person that I'm hiring.
I turn and look at this small waifish gal that has wrapped her arms around my arm, and I ask, "What's your name?"
Name's I go by Mick. I'm pretty well known around this part. So I got a few toes and a few different things.
Then I turn back to Radovan and say, "Yeah, Mick and I go way back."
Fuck.
Like, what's your name? I don't know you. Also, we go way back.
Very well, yes. Same deal on the table. Are you taking it now that you've reacquainted yourself with your... He looks you up and down. Long lost relative?
Yep,
Sure,
she takes it.
Let's go with that. Oh, God.
Pleasure doing business with you.
Fine. Very well. Same deal as before. I get you connected with the right people. And you don't ever come here again to beat up my guards.
Well, except for the room and board thing you offered, which, of course, extends to myself, given that we're partners and all.
I'm assuming that if you stay here, you won't shit here like you have.
Anyways, we should be going.
You should.
I really like Radovan. I'm glad that I didn't have to punch him.
Let me give you an address.
Oh yeah, forget about that. How many times has this happened? Like 3? 4?
I love Mick. I hate Mick.
Last time I gave you an address, Mick. I'm giving this to Mouse. Or, sorry, wait, shit. Have you introduced yourself to this motherfucker?
No, I haven't.
I'm giving this to the... What is your name, exactly?
Tall, dark. According to my passport, Jane Smith.
Right. This is for Madam Smith. You should feel free to do whatever your conscience in relation to this individual drives you to do.
Oh, I always do what my conscience drives me to do. Drove me to do you a couple times. Alright, let's get out of here, Jane.
Okay, I look at the address, and
Yes.
how bad do we hurt him?
Listen, it's a Radovan job. If there's anybody left standing at the end, it means we fucked it up. Have you never done this before?
I don't reply to that. The joy of my helmet is I don't have to reply to it.
Have fun, you two.
All right. Okay, so we're killing everybody. Good.
I didn't
He
say.
turns to the guards as you
Remember,
walk and says,
remember,
"Lock the
no
door."
rast.
Oh.
It's funny you should say that. You walk past the eyes and the nubile bodies as they fawn over you one last time on your way out, seemingly loath to let you leave this place. Although the receptionist, of course, who returns, says, "I trust that you had a fruitful business meeting with our beloved Mish. Anything that we can provide on the way out, please let me know that I might begin to sort things out."
My vape stick here is a little low on charge, so if you could get me another, little capsule of that would be nice. If you could, a few cups of bee juice at our new shared room, me and my buddy here, that's good too. Honestly, that's probably it.
Marvelous, marvelous. I'll consult with Mish.
Oh, poor Radovan doesn't need to know anything about this. He knows me. I know him. We go way back. You've probably
Roll me
walked
a
in on me.
communicate. You can benefit from your connect skills should you have any in this particular.
I only have social connection to test communicate if I know someone in the area. So I'm just gonna roll a
You roll it first to see if you can fake knowing Mouse.
No, I communicate pretty decent. They've probably walked in on me and Radovan at some point, so they know
That's
that.
like knowing biblically. You know them biblically.
Yes.
Most people in this place know Mick biblically.
True. He does do what he advertises. Yeah, so they kind of concede and begun writing things on a paper or on a slate that you don't see the other side of, and you are permitted to leave together. So the brothel opens its doors to you one last time on your way out. Does not slam them. They close gently, permitting a return at some point, should that be in the cards. And you find yourselves on the streets of Azure City. The two of you now. Would you look at that?
Hurrah.
Oh, Mick is definitely looking at that.
Who wouldn't? Everybody seems to in this town.
So Mick, you know, takes a step away from her new friend and says, "So Jane, does look like you are new in town, and I don't know literally anything about you. I got a car out back if you want to hop in there. Did you like take a taxi over here? Did you, God forbid, walk?"
I had a motorcycle in long-term parking.
Well, that seems remarkably unlikely, but good on you for being an entrepreneur. I don't want to presume. I mean, we could meet up there if you wanted. I could just hang on the back and like wrap my arms tight around your midsection, and it is tight down there. Or we could take the car. I mean, like, we could grab something on the way out. I mean, I'm kind of hungry.
I'm driving.
My car? Shit, sure. All right. And she grabs her keys and she tosses them over to Mouse.
God, that was remarkably easy.
Not as easy as I am.
This is a bad choice.
I do appreciate that. Like, I'm like, okay, I'm a walking tank that can do research, that can intimidate things. I will now continue to operate motorcycles and cars, which I have no training in.
Well, technically, I don't think I'm a whole lot worse than you. I don't think I'm a whole lot better. I am slightly better.
You're way better than she is.
At operating?
By a lot.
No, I've only got a 5 in operate.
I have a 0 in operate and a 2 in alacrity.
Oh shit! I have a 5 in alacrity and a 0 in operate.
Okay,
yeah,
I hand you back the keys and say you're driving.
No,
it was a
you're
test. It was a test. You failed.
Oh.
No.
You should drive. You should drive. Come on, you should drive.
Okay, I'm driving. Okay, good. Okay, so where are we going, kid?
Well, I don't know. You have the address. Did you like eat it or something?
Oh, yeah, I do have the address, don't I? Fuck. Yes, I have the address. Where are we going? Where are we going, GM?
You got a little bit more than just an address.
Did I get a phone number too?
Wow, not sure about that one. Vradovan said, in a text that came from a burner slate, or rather a comm box, honestly. I'm not breaking out big bucks for a slate here. One of comm box would do just as nicely. The comm box that messaged you says, user unknown. It lists an address, and since I have you on the map, the address is somewhere between the Bimtomi port, which you came from, and Five Bridges, which is a little bit of a town on top of it, but underneath is to those of you who are from Azure City, you would know that beneath the Five Bridges, there's actually 7, but who's counting?
Not the person that named them.
Well, I mean, they were named before there were more. But it's a bit of a seedy joint. That's where a lot of the undocumented crime and criminal lifestyle occurs in the town. This address is quite thoroughly in between Bimtomi Port in Little Daruna and Five Bridges. Mick, roll me a communicate here. I'm gonna say +2.
Based.
This is kind of a weird way for me to ask if you know what this implies. Actually, this might be an insight, frankly. You want to do
Sure,
an
I'll
insight
take an
instead?
insight. I guess I just don't know anybody who lives there.
You don't know anybody who lives there, right? But
Nope. Stupid as fuck.
brilliant. The fact that you don't know stresses you the fuck out, and I'm gonna say you make some sort of faux pas that gives Mouse an edge. What is that faux pas?
So Mick is explaining how to turn it on, how to it jerks a little if you step on the gas too much from a stopping position. Leans over Mouse to point out a few the turn signals on the side, and is like to stabilize herself, she puts her hand down on like a thigh without even thinking.
Bit forward.
This time
Ellie?
she wasn't even thinking about it.
What does she feel when she puts a hand on the thigh?
This is betwixt the two of you.
Yeah, you tell me. What is she feeling down there on that thigh?
I don't know. You just describe the sexy, powerful iron thigh that you've accidentally groped. That's your punishment.
Okay. Well, it's solid, and for a second she thinks you're wearing body armor down there, but nope, it's just corded muscle (parentheses) and body armor, but she doesn't know that.
I slowly pan down to look at the hand, and then pan back up to look at her.
Mick looks at you, looks down to look at the hand, looks back up, sees that we're drifting into the other lane, grabs the steering wheel, and yelps and directs us more or less back into the correct lane.
Are you both go up an edge for that, you stupid shits? It's very cute though. So I will say, you don't immediately understand what the job would be going to an unnamed dockside location between the two points of interest. Frankly, it just looks like you've been sent to the boonies to go do something, parentheses, kill everybody at this location, end parentheses. But then it clicks. I'm giving you a success on this from story perspective because I think it's interesting.
Look at this. One failed roll and Pat starts to railroad us.
I'm not railroading you. I'm just giving you more insight. Shit. I guess I won't.
Don't give us
insight.
Take us there. Have it be fine. I mean, you can describe what we find, but you can't tell us what we know.
I've already punished both of you by giving you an edge. Oh, by the way, at 11 we'll take our 10-minute break. I forgot entirely the 10:30 break. My bad.
We did start a while later.
We did. Bimtomi Port, 5 bridges. It suddenly clicks for you. This is not a group you've worked for before. They're kind of nobodies caught in between two power-hungry moguls. I don't know where the Port Boys operate out of. And Port Boys, yeah, they're nobodies really. They're not the SCUSA. They're not the Syndicate. You know those fuckers. They're very public about their workings, but the Port Boys are kind of Wadu's home ship's lost generation, really. Wadu, of course, is a very major player here, but outside of the general sphere of Qinglong system, Wadu's a home ship that had its day, and it's no longer living that day. Something of a Pittsburgh, if you will. And there's a lot of folks inside Wadu who hope to make a better life for themselves outside. And Wadu has exported these folks who make their way to a variety of ports near here. It's a very regional group. But it is a criminal one.
You want me to go kill a bunch of immigrants?
Everybody's immigrants. It's a fucking colony island.
Everybody's immigrants.
Okay, so that's okay. Fair.
We're all the children of immigrants. Some of us are just rich immigrants, and some of us are poor immigrants. We're all stabbing each other. Pick which stabbing you want. The one that's in
Yeah,
your
sorry,
face,
to be
or
clear, Wadu has been here for 200 years. This has been going on.
Just as long as you're George Washington.
Yes, this has been going on as long as America's been around, as it were. It's not a new phenomenon. They're just not as powerful as the SCUSA, who most people understand is funded by the most people in the criminal underworld, rather, is a state-funded criminal organization. This, however, is kind of just a natural pop-up crime group. They're minor, caught between the two.
It's organic. It's local. It's underfunded.
All right,
Exactly.
all right. So, and we're going to show up at the poor co-op and start killing people. Let's do it.
Yes. Let me just. All right. One more time, kid.
Mm-hmm.
Roll me a systems.
Ah, okay.
What could go wrong?
Let me take a look. Pretty bad at that, actually. I'm remarkably poor at this. You should have asked the smart one. Yeah.
Yes. Well, I asked you for a reason.
All
This
right.
is about you thinking back on previous news articles and such. Nothing comes up.
Yeah.
Mick has no knowledge, just none of this place.
If you, I love Mick's selling point is, oh, I know this place better than anyone. Has holes in her brain the size of golf balls.
I just want to point out, I love that Mick, I know this place. Mouse, yeah, and I drive cool shit. Mick does not actually know things very well. Mouse doesn't know how to drive.
Yeah, no character design survives contact with the first game session.
Well, admittedly, when you have two new friends and they're figuring out who's good at what, it's like, one person's good at picking where we're going to eat, the other person's good at remembering people's orders, but we don't know that yet. We don't know who's good at driving out of the two of us.
Exactly. So,
as Mick watches you try and park this fucking thing and hit the curb, and then the curb again, and then the person you're parking behind, she starts to get an idea.
Terrible.
yeah, and
terrible.
you're still on you're still on the highway too. Which makes it worse.
Why am I parking on the highway?
Yeah, well, all right. In fairness to you, Mouse, you come from an arcology. They don't really do cars there.
Yeah, they don't. I have no idea why. I have no idea why I said I'm going to drive, except that it was a power play, and now I'm stuck with the consequences of my actions.
Throwing your weight around. Mick just steps to the side. Falls over the railing.
Well, and grabs Mick as I go over.
Mick is too small to actually stop you, and now we're both going.
And as you both descend, cataclysmically, which is to say, and as Mouse tries to park in the warehouse that you've stumbled upon at the shores of the Pink Sea, the Rose Water Sea, as those who know the geography call it. After a couple times trying to get into the parking lane before Mouse realizes we're just going to kill everyone here anyway. Doesn't really matter if I park properly.
I parked down the block too.
You find a place.
I find
You
a place.
park. You're inconspicuous. You haven't noticed any vehicles of law enforcement around. Mouse, you've noticed a few, but they're not here. Or Mick, sorry. Because Mick probably knows what to look for better, is why I'm saying that. And you find yourself outside of a large gray warehouse. Two distinct buildings. One, which seems to be a loading area, bit of a causeway between, elevated above another drive. And you notice a few Rast and humans walking about the causeway. One of them has an auto pistol, and the other has brass knuckles. And they're kind of walking as guards might, some sort of stash of some sort. There are spotlights outside of the warehouse. It all seems to be quite on edge. And since neither of you know the specific context for why that might be, you're left to wonder why exactly these criminals are so blatantly demonstrating that they have illicit wares and very, very strong armingly intimidating those who might transgress here. Given that you don't know the context,
Oh, that's
you're
exciting.
you're just seeing a whole bunch of
We just see a whole
criminals
bunch of scared,
spotlights.
hyped up people waiting for an assault, and we're the assault.
Yeah, this feels a little sketch, but we'll find out more after our short break.
Yes.
Exactly. All right, 10 minutes.
We'll be back in 10.
Back in 10, everybody. See you in a little bit.
I'm also going to leave. definitely. Also like that that your interaction with the Bradvin Mish when is I will say my one thing, I hate that everybody likes this bastard.
Mish? Oh, I love Mish.
Everybody likes this bastard, and I hate it. I'm not doing a good job of
him
making
too
him
well.
smarmy
He's
enough.
too hot.
Fuck.
So good.
I'm having my send everybody, everyone moment with Adam, and like everyone should hate him. Everyone. He's just kind of a regular guy doing his stuff. Everyone should hate this bastard. Anyway. Okay.
Reflexively turning things down as they get louder.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'm
fine.
a bit of a bull in a china shop. All right,
are we back?
Almost.
Yes.
I need to turn off the thing that makes us not be able to see the thing.
Eloquently said.
Thanks. I need to make the brake go away. There we go. Fixed it.
All right, and we're back.
We are back. Hello.
Indeed. So I'm going to ask first things first for an operate check from Mouse.
While that's happening,
What the fuck?
love Viria in the chat saying you draw a hot boy who's a mess and you're shocked that people like him.
Look at that. 2 successes. I want you to know that my edge has doubled. No, has tripled how many dice I get to roll in this category.
Yes.
Holy shit, Operation is terrible.
Yeah.
That was my dumb stat. I'm really good. There are a lot of other things I'm good at.
And I guess you got a bonus to the motorcycling that made you actually like decent at it. Wow.
Yeah, I wasn't lying. She's definitely not quote unquote the driver, although she is
The driver.
the driver.
She's driver,
Anyway.
not the driver.
Exactly. On the subject of driving and other things, I have moved you probably to a map that is all black to you.
Correct.
As I would ask, would you like to show up? So you parked a bit away, and you parked really well. So you parked discreetly and in a way that you might find yourselves later.
So we'll remember where we parked.
Perfect.
Yes. Would you like to show up at the front or back door? Parentheses, before you say. Front door implies a connection to the loop highway with immediate access. However, it is more visible, more expected, and it is, quite frankly, the main road. The back door is approaching via the docks themselves. You are at the precipice between shore and land at the moment. And
A
you can make
littoral
use of
zone,
that.
one might say.
One might.
Well, someone had to use the expensive travel word. I hate the docks. I vote heading in from the front. I got a new funny little battering ram I want to throw against the doors.
Seems reasonable to me.
Okay.
In character, that discussion goes so far as, we should probably go in through the front. And Mouse doesn't say anything.
Yep.
Sounds about right. All right, let me place you on the map.
At least with this, we have someplace to run if one of us goes down and leaves the other to die.
It's a bit of a big map. Can both of you see through your characters? I'm realizing that I only saw the light of...
Yes, I can.
Mouse, can
Oh,
you?
it took a minute.
Yes, I can.
Big map.
Wait, all right. Hold on 1 sec. Can you now?
No.
Nope.
You're seeing through Mick, which is unfortunate. Let me see if I can fix that. Represents character the mouse. Name the mouse. Parentheses. Nameplate. Default token. C. I don't know why it doesn't do that automatically.
It looks like Lee is going to be able to fix it.
Thank you, Lee. You stalwart bastion of hope in this dark and invisible time. All right. On the subject of seeing things, at the very least, Mick can see, which is all I can really ask for. I mean, you are wearing a big, thick helmet after all, Mouse.
Yeah, but also I have bionic eyes.
No, I know. Yeah, I'm assuming Lee's gonna fix your vision thing. Anyway.
All right. Not concerned about it right now.
Yeah, no worries. I'm not gonna fuck you. I understand that your character is a badass, and I will play to that
English,
respect.
Einstein, English.
They're fucking our. I can't say that on Twitch.
Good job. I've almost baited you into.
So you're standing outside of a dock office building. It looks like the kind of place that inventories the stock, but doesn't do the office building stuff necessarily. It's more of a like, bring your stuff in here. We have a room in which we document it, and if it's valuable, it goes in a certain place. If not, etc., etc.
Thankfully,
then there's the
neither of us would know this.
Right. Then there's the walkway between this building to a large outside a platform in which a bunch of crates are stored. And then there's the actual office buildings connected to it. Parentheses. You're here to kill everybody regardless of what building they're in.
Okay.
So, how would you like to proceed? You have the advantage of surprise in that they're not expecting two random people to walk up to their place and start killing.
Well, do they have A, do we see anybody? And B, where's the front door? Is the front door or is
the front door is right here? Ooh, nope, sorry. That's a vending machine actually.
Nice.
Or is it not? Anyway,
front door here?
Yeah, there we go. Sorry, my clicker wasn't working. That's another building, unconnected. It's really these connected buildings that you're working on.
So are we not allowed to kill everyone in the other building?
You weren't hired to kill everybody in the other building.
So we're not getting paid for them.
Yes.
Shit,
You are
I'm not
getting
doing
paid to
that.
kill everybody here, though.
Well, Mouse?
It says, Wadu Distributions on the outside.
Wadu,
of the door.
okay.
So, Debbie, question.
Answer.
Does Mouse take even a moment in that entire drive to explain that her name isn't actually Jane? Because I can keep calling her Jane.
Oh, I'm fine with being called Jane for the time being. I have no reason to correct you.
All right, Mick and Jane. Mick leans over and says, "All right, Jane, I'm warning you ahead of time. I've taken a vow not to take a single living life aside from myself and perhaps bugs that fly into my mouth. So we're doing this non-lethally." And she takes her machine pistol out of her jacket. She checks the magazine and she, pulls the loader back and checks the safety. Non-lethal bullets.
Mick, or
You
Mouse.
can choose to roll scrutiny, or you could just know.
You know what? I'm gonna choose to roll scrutiny.
Okay. You could also roll an insight, but I think scrutiny might be your better score.
Yeah, I got a success.
Nick, are those lethal bullets?
You can-
Are you lying?
You can tell.
Would you-
You can tell
Are
that
you
it's
telling lies?
the bullets don't kill people. People kill people.
And since you've taken a vow of pacifism, you won't kill people.
No, the bleeding out does the internal trauma.
I don't respond to you. I use my helmet to be silent and stop looking at you.
I mean, you've got a lot of driving/walking to do. All right, so you're rolling up to this place, just knocking on the door. How's it go? You have the initiative.
Mick, checks the checks her gun. It's in her coat. It's fully ready to go. Safety off. She puts it in her hand, her finger on the trigger when she sets it in her coat, because she has no trigger discipline, and no one has explained to her how guns work in any capacity. Is the front door unlocked?
I look around for like a crowbar.
There doesn't seem to be
or a
any,
pipe?
but roll me a scrutiny. Roll me a scrutiny +2. Honestly, pretty easy to see. This is a shithole.
I was gonna say,
Yeah,
I'd rather find
yeah.
that or something inside the office.
There's a loose pipe connected to one of these external walls. It doesn't look like a gutter. It looks like it might connect in some way to the gutter.
I pull it loose.
Maybe a clear water pipe collecting rainwater of some sort.
I pull it
Either
loose.
way. Yeah, it's. Oh, hey, look! I've got a ghost assisting me. How cute! It's not that hard to part from the
Now
wall.
I've got a bludgeon. Perfect.
Perfect.
All right, Mick. Do you knock?
Well, can I just check the fucking handle? I mean, like, sometimes they just leave it unlocked.
It is in fact unlocked.
Oh, perfect. I'm not knocking. Shit. Go inside.
Well, before you, you see a large warehouse door through the door rather, and on the outside looks like a parking garage with doors that open for cars that open to the ocean itself. And inside there are a few people milling about, moving around. You can hear one of them through the door says, "It's been 2 fucking days. If they're gonna show up, they'll show up."
You know.
What do you mean? It's been 2 fucking days. It's been 48 hours of watching and waiting.
Mick leans over. I think they're talking about us.
I step through this office door to see if there's anyone in here. There's not.
No one in that, but you have the mobility to check another door.
I nod at Mick to indicate this room is empty.
All right, Mick's gonna go up here.
Opening the door requires, doing that. But once inside, you see Arast, who turns around to say, Look. We have to stay on guard.
I bring the bludgeon right down on his head.
Let me change the music real quick.
I was gonna say, if you didn't do that, Mick was just gonna go, "Hey," and just shoot him.
Instead, Mick gets to
That's
go.
quieter.
Instead, Mick gets to go. He was mine.
One sec. I want. Yeah, Tenebra. Okay.
I take
me
that
that
point.
roll.
That's my point.
Give me the roll. Come on.
Give me a swing roll.
Do you want to edge it?
Yeah. So I'll be.
I mean, wait, no. You don't have to. I'm sorry.
Okay.
He falls.
All right.
Describe
crunch.
to me. I would have to.
Describe to you.
First total of the week.
I brought the pipe down right on his head, and he crumpled like a fucking sack of potatoes.
Hey, he's probably fine.
I hit
sack
him
of
again.
blue potatoes.
I hit him again, so it's like a sack of potatoes that's broken open on the ground.
Well, it's probably not fine at that point.
The yams are juicy and pungent as the blue juice starts to pour out of the sack of potatoes on the ground into the gutters of the wall and down the grates into what you can only assume is some sort of plumbing system underneath. It's not for you to deal with, though. You're here
Not
for a
plumbers.
reason, and plumbing is not that reason, despite the pipe in your hand.
Mick says, all right, well, that was a little intense. Jesus. That's kind of fucked up.
Mouse does not reply and walks to this door here.
Door opens. Inside, you see a bunch of dead men.
Well said.
Give me an initiative. Not that it'll matter. You get
Not
the
that it'll
first
matter.
round.
Okay, initiative time, baby.
Oh, let me pop out that tracker. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, the
Your
tracker.
turn.
Okay, I had.
Do you mind re-rolling so that I can just?
I even clicked on my counter first.
Hey,
go.
same
Roll
hat.
the
Oh,
same
look at
fucking
that.
thing. God, that's insane.
Well, you rolled first, so I guess you get the top one.
You know what? I like that, except that as the game rules, Mick would get first due to better alacrity. But since
Yeah,
you
no,
both got the
Mick
same,
goes. Then Mick first. Then Mick
Okay.
first. I got it. There's a reason I didn't invest in alacrity, and it's because and Mick goes faster. So do it.
all right. You're both going before the assailants, so have at it. Mick, you're up. Ooh, that is a Z level you just crossed, though.
Oh, okay. This is above. This is above.
Oh no, you went down the stairs. You went down the stairs.
Well, if this is above, then that changes my plans. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It is above.
1, 2, 5. All right, I'm gonna go over here, and I'm going to take the machine pistol out, and I am going to full auto at these two.
All right.
Let's see. Full auto. Machine pistol. And mag dump is after making a ranged attack. I can do the thing. Alright. We're gonna roll. Pretty good.
Excellent. How would you like to distribute that?
Well, I'm also going to mag dump to, after making a ranged attack, I can spend my side action to unload my weapon downrange, reroll non-successes and non-shock results. It cannot be reached, but it works with attacks that were reached. It does not work with single-shot weapons, and it must be reloaded after the action is taken.
Do you want to add targets to your litany?
Well, I should definitely check. Oh, I shouldn't. Wrong tab. Should not be tabbing out in that window. Silver, change stars. I'll look into the full automatic rules while my dice is rolling. And yeah, so -4, I'd say. I do another roll at -4 because I'm putting all my bullets downrange. Damn, no bullets. Well, that's still
That's
3.
all right.
You just
You
blow away 2
easily
bugs.
mow down 2 of them. Your fire shooting down range, eliciting a yelp of pain from somebody who's staring at blue blood pouring out of their leg. But they were not hit by a full frontal assault like the others 2 were, who fall down immediately, having been shot. Blue blood spraying against the concrete.
Oh, looks like full auto is a weapon quality rather than an action. Full auto. Twists across multiple targets. The first success on any target deals the full damage. Suppress any target you attack with this action.
Yes.
Doesn't
that
actually
is
say
an
how far
aspect.
away they or closer how far they can be, so I can just keep fucking spraying. I got 3 of them. Do they have more than 3 HP? Because otherwise I'm gonna hit 3 of these guys.
Okay. Yeah. No, they don't.
3.
You killed
Hit them
3
in
of them.
a
then.
line.
There's one more. Mouse.
Okay.
They
So it
are
looks-
yelping from pain in their leg, and they look up at you, trying desperately to pull their sidearm out of their pocket.
So I guess so. I'm up above them. So what's the distance you can? Are each
So
of
this
these 1
person's
meter?
actually the only one on your level.
Yeah, so this little chain link
oh,
stuff is the
oh.
top level, and these stairs go down to the
Oh.
ground floor.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That as he fumbles with his gun, I walk over and hit him with a pipe.
Gun drops just as your pipe does upon him. Roll me that attack, please.
Ow.
3 successes and a shock.
Wasted a lot of success on this motherfucker.
Well,
Pity he died instantly.
he died instantly, but the pipe broke.
Well, something broke. Frankly, wasn't the pipe. Sounded like a cartilaginous crack
In me?
more than a
No, I
metal
think in the Rast.
Oh, good.
So after the second, or maybe the third, you lost track. Batter. The pipe does seem a little bit bent. Not too much that it's unusable though.
Okay, good.
I'm going to just throw those extra successes into showing off as blue blood splatters the exterior of your laconic carapace.
Perfect.
As you look
Perfect.
towards the
Good.
next
Well, that
door.
was easy. Okay. Set them up, knock them down. Let's keep clearing these guys out.
Ooh, nice. Love the blue.
Nice.
Mick,
That's all Lee's my my ghost editor here.
Mick gently sort of like steps around the corpse and goes, you know, it's I mean, I'm not one to judge, but it's, you have to be so over the top with it. We're just killing them.
Silence is a response.
Somehow I don't think. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. So the connection's actually that's a ground level door. This is the weirdly enough. There is a door here, which does connect to the. I'm assuming you're on the correct Z level to be trying to go through the second story door.
To the catwalk? Yeah.
Yeah, the catwalk. I don't think it's set up properly for that. Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
Hey,
Anyway,
we're
you get onto
here.
the catwalk. There's a door here.
Perfect. Okay.
Oh, can I say that while that combat ended, I reloaded?
Yeah, that's fine. However, there is, as I mentioned earlier, a Rast and a human on this walk that you can see. Let me grab that human real quick. But there's more than just the Rast and the human. Good golly, where are all my generic human tokens? There we are. It looks like there's a bit more company at the moment. We will keep the same initiative. How would you like to proceed? Seems like a bit of a ranged thing, and it is Mick's turn.
Well, Mick, she got a mag, she got enemies, she's gonna start running. Alright, Mick moves forward and starts full autoing downrange.
Okay, give it to me.
That's the thing with all those other failed hitmen. They don't run towards their enemies. They hide and cover and stuff. Kinda fucked up.
Kind of fucked up. Fine. They die cowards.
They die cowards. Alright, well, I got a shock, but it doesn't matter because I have full auto.
Yes. By the way, both
mag-
of you should
mag
go up
down.
an edge from last round. I neglected to edge you appropriately.
Nice.
My God.
Damn,
All right.
Mouse, go up too. Your partner is just kind of walking out there on the middle of the catwalk without any consideration of tactics at all, and you're not even sure that she's holding the gun properly.
Okay, well, but honestly, in terms of the no tactics, Mouse actually wouldn't get an edge from that. Like,
Well,
I mean,
Mouse
Mouse's thing is she walks forward and kills people.
But Mouse is built like a fucking tank. Mick's half your size and is literally not wearing clothes across half
Okay,
her
but
body.
also, well, as true as
Okay,
that might
I
be,
Okay.
that
retract.
implies that I would have any care or concern if you got shot.
That's very true.
enough.
Can't speak to
you're,
that.
You're a little dumbass that has no body armor, is wearing a Hawaiian shirt, and is carrying an assault pistol. If you happen to get gutted by someone shooting back at you, that was a you problem, not a me problem.
I retract my assertion. The
But I
edge
did
you
go up
go
an
up
edge. I did go up an edge insofar as
is having to deal with this piece
I'm
of
having
shit.
to deal. Yeah, like I'm not going up an edge because Mick is bad at tactics. I'm going up an edge because Mick
Because Mick
is bad. It's one of those
exists.
sincere poems. Not bad at tactics. It's just bad.
Yes.
Mick is as a person is one of those unpleasant textures, like a fleece blanket that's slightly dirty.
Oh, why do you do this to me? Ooh.
Yeah, your hands overheat the moment they touch it.
Okay,
Hmm.
stop. Okay, so okay, so you're shooting full auto. Go to town.
Yep, I mag
Okay.
dunked full auto, shot 3 people, and I'm gonna do the 1, 2, and 3.
No, you're not going for this far one. You're gonna make Mouse run.
Yes.
You bastard.
I'm not
Seems
fucking.
reasonable.
I'm not good at the. I'm not doing things specific. I'm just firing away.
Well, you fire downrange, and wouldn't you believe it, it works. And 3 more corpses join the pile that is seemingly growing. But
Seemingly
it is-
growing. I like that it might not be growing.
I love joining Mick on
No,
her
the
point and
growth
click
is-
adventure.
The growth is the question, or sorry, the pile is the question, not the growth.
Okay, so movement. Each square is 1 meter.
Yes, each square is 1 meter. You should be able to do 6 normally, 12 if you, sprint. Sadly, I don't think there are any targets in your range.
Well, I'm gonna sprint, so I move 12.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, by sprint, we are, of course, assuming a slow and steady, methodical walk with intent, rather
Yeah, that's
than
yeah,
jogging.
exactly. Mouse doesn't run places. Mouse slowly walks up to you, or Mouse walks up to you.
Right. Well,
Somehow
one
though,
of these
without
motherfuckers-
sprinting, I move twice my distance.
Exactly.
Tall enough to take
One
those
of
big
these
strides.
motherfuckers is still around, though, and they level their auto pistol at the other auto pistol wielder in the group. What's your armor looking like, Mick?
No, I don't have any. I mean,
Well,
maybe
that's a
I
damn
do.
pity.
Maybe I do. Let's see what armor I have. I have armor 4. I have one of those fucking. I think I have a ballistics vest.
you have a armored Hawaiian shirt.
Your poofy jacket literally has steel lining.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, it's the latest trend. It's actually a cobalt alloy. They
It's-
make cobalt alloy
It's
here.
brightly colored,
Local.
so they shoot at it, not her.
Okay. Roll me that armor.
Oh, fucking H. Okay, well, it's been nice serving.
By the way, Mouse, you should have 1 more armor because you are wearing a Trinity Standard suit, and we didn't count that
Ow.
when you were doing character gen.
What, that's 3 damage?
Yeah.
That's fine, I can take it. I can't take it again, but I can take it.
Describe to me what it feels like for Mick to experience 3 damage.
So the first bullet ricochets off the coat and sends her leaning back into the railing, and the second 2, catch. One of them grazes her thigh, and the other one catches her solidly, putting a solid tear in her shoulder. Thankfully, it's not her aiming one, but there's a little bit of gristle, and it hurts. It stings like a son of a gun. It is a bad feeling. She's reeling, dazed.
Dazed as she is, it is her turn.
Damn,
Oh,
you're so
boy.
fucking weak.
Yeah, well, I'm not made out of vengeance.
Yeah, right.
I'm made out of
I
a
should clip that.
half-finished undergrad degree and several $100 of drugs a week. All right, moving 6 and can't fucking. I guess can I shoot over these?
Yes.
All right, well,
they
nope.
might have a degree of cover though.
Fuck it. I got in my side action. I'm gonna reload because I have fast reload. In my normal action, I'm going to. I'm just gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot, not full auto, just normal shoot.
I'm gonna say they kind of got over here. Go for it.
All
I'm
right,
gonna
not
roll
too
their
bad.
armor. Okay,
Well, if they have more
One
than 1
damage.
HP, then
which is exactly enough.
based.
You fire downrange as you're reeling from the bee sting in your shoulder, and your trajectory meets its mark, and they're thrown back in a haze of blue as their corpse collapses beneath one of the many crates on this level. As
Jane,
far as you know, you've cleared the area.
Jane, am I doing okay?
I look at you.
And Mick slumps against the railing, and puts a hand to her shoulder and flinches as he touches something hot. The adrenaline from the fight starts to wear off. She starts to shake. She's done this before. She's never gotten shot before.
What?
Never been shot.
Mouse is Mouse is confused by this turn of events.
Yeah, Mick just kills like 7 people in a row. Gets shot once, sits down.
No one makes me bleed my own blood.
That's my blood.
It's supposed to be on the inside of me, not on the outside. I'm
In a sea
gonna
of
kill the
blue.
person who did this.
And
There
she
is
did.
red pouring out through your yellow jacket.
Mick is gonna start to, hyperventilate, and she's gonna sit down, and she's gonna push against the railing.
Do I have any sort of med pack?
I would assume both of you start with the med pack.
I guess I am obligated to try to help this person.
Go ahead and give me a medicine. Mind you, there is a whole office structure a little bit further down the way. And the people in there might have noticed that there's shooting outside.
That's a fair point. Can I pick her up?
Yes.
I'm just gonna pick her up.
That's an endurance, although I will give you a +2 because she's...
Itty bitty.
How heavy would you say you are, Mick?
Not more
Okay,
than 150.
6 successes.
Holy
and 1
shit.
shock.
That shock is your inability to see past her blood as you realize you've hoisted her into a pretty bad position because the blood is pouring over your helmet and obscuring your visor.
Okay, well, I do toss her over my shoulder. And
You're going to take a -2 to... Actually, I'm going to say you're going to take a -3 to any ballistics checks that you might be making in the near future.
oh no, you mean the character that didn't even that rejected getting a gun in her opening stat block because she doesn't shoot? Sure, I'll take that.
It's hard to see through all that blood.
Oh no, I won't be able to shoot. Whatever will I
Some of
do?
it's not even yours.
So I drag her over here, or I don't drag her. I just bodily carry her
Yes.
over here to where we got some cover and plop her down.
Sounds good. And yeah, no, with that endurance, I'm gonna say make a med check at plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5.
two shocks, but 1 success.
Yeah, those shocks are you realizing, having trained all this long, I'm actually pretty good at this. Damn, that's a lot of blood. I'm pretty good at handling it. You don't go up an edge, but I'm gonna say Mick goes up too. As
Your bedside manner could use some work.
Yeah, as you come to, with her fingers, her gloved fingers deep inside your shoulder.
Her gloved fingers are deep inside of you, shoulder.
Yeah. She pulls out a crunched copper circle, disc almost. And you recognize that as having once been a bullet. And it falls to the ground, and she pulls out another. And at a certain point, you've lost track of how many bullets she's pulled out of your shoulder.
Jesus.
Probably 2, but...
Somewhere between 2 and 3.
Probably 2, but you can't count that high right now.
Mick is going to be leaning against this and, you know, alternating between being in shock and hyperventilating and like grabbing Mouse and kind of seems to be pretty out of it.
I am so confused by what I'm seeing here. Like, this person quite actually just killed 7 characters and then seems to be shocked when they get shot.
You know, it's usually that doesn't happen. Consequences. I'm not used to those of my actions.
Welcome to Azure City.
You made me
Well,
consequence
whenever we
my own
get a level up-
actions?
Whenever we get a level up, I gotta look into some sort of talent or skill that gets people to shoot at me first.
Honestly, if that doesn't exist, it will.
Because I could be a bullet sponge. Like, I could take a shot. I could take like 6 shots or 8 shots from an auto pistol.
I love the idea of, you know, you spec into other characters can use you as cover.
Yeah, that would be
Honestly.
pretty badass. Like, honestly,
I'm
yes.
not gonna lie. If that doesn't, I'm sure it does because Lee and I thought through all of this a year and a half ago. But if it doesn't, it will.
Oh yeah.
Mark my words.
All right. So, as it stands, you stop the bleeding?
Yes, you are. In fact, you go up one
Nice.
stamina.
Like half my health. Nice.
Yeah, good job.
I'm so good at what I do.
You're so good at what you do.
What I do, handle blood.
You hear cries and coordination in the adjoining building.
And Mick swallows and goes, "Fuck, we should move. We should move. I can walk." And Mick tries to stand up. Should I roll an endurance or something?
Yeah, give me an endurance just for fun.
All right. No, I sit back down.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that this gives you an edge, Mouse, as she tries to stand up, fails at that, sits back down, and kind of unwittingly holds onto your leg while sitting down. You now have a clinging associate who can't handle a single bullet to her shoulder. Well, 3, but who's counting?
I'm shocked at this random street urchin that has attached itself to me.
Jane, you're gonna have to carry me. I don't think my legs are working.
I would be speechless, except that I don't talk very often. I shrug and pick up finally the homoerotic tension from Blackie Bird in chat. All new meaning to carrying the party. All right. I pick you up and toss you over my shoulder again. But this time I make certain that you're facing forward so you could shoot if you wanted to.
You have literally become a tank, I hope you know.
I'm the turret.
Exactly.
All right, I walk forward.
So the mouse at McFusion walks forward.
Yeah. This is actually Magi Emerge now.
Yes, we have entered Magi Emerge game.
Fantastic.
All right, I guess we're walking forward, and I get to control. Both their motions.
Perfect.
Marvelous. Well, there is a garage door of sorts that is rapidly closing before you. Mouse, would you like to make an endurance check to stop it with your shoulder?
Yes, I do.
Hot.
Done. 2 successes, 1 shock.
The shock is to Mick go up an edge as you have to really quickly move your fingers away as the door is where they once were. Mouse doesn't seem to feel a thing.
I just shoulder that garage door open. I'm so hot now.
You are, and
hot right
there's
now.
somebody right next to you. And I'm gonna say, for the purposes of fun, you get the advantage on initiative here. How would you like to handle this one person that is frantically trying to close a garage door on you?
I swing Mick into them.
My God, you son of a bitch.
That's going to be a +2 damage 3 weapon.
Wow, I do some damage.
So is that a mod 2 damage 3?
Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, give me 1
Parentheses,
second.
Mick.
Let me- Yep, I'm putting I'm putting Mick down as the weapon. 2, 3. I won't insult you by saying you're heavy.
God.
As far as weapons
There we go. I got two successes and 1 shock.
That shock very solidly goes to Mick.
Yeah, I would think so.
Edge, please. One more for the party, for the group, for the game.
I assume may I take a stamina damage with that as well?
Yes, actually, I think that's more appropriate than the edge, frankly. Yeah, you swing heartily, and Mick crunches the bones of this rast as Mick herself kind of yelps in pain, having been used as such a blunt instrument. She's far more familiar with being used as a sharp instrument, you see. And the blue blood begins to pool out from the rast who collapsed onto a hard surface, whereas Mick,
to make it up to you, Mick, I'm going to count that as going into your kill count rather than mine.
Mick is hyperventilating, and I guess if you're still holding her, she's still on your shoulder.
I guess I let you go. Like, I guess I swung you as a weapon, so that just kind of like let you go.
She's on the floor now.
Yeah, boom. You're down on the floor, covered in blue blood.
Incredible work.
Yep.
Incredible work, team.
That golden poofy jacket's seen better days, friend.
Oof.
All right, I walk through this door. Oh, look, there's another dude there.
Oh yeah, wow, you chose the door that I was not expecting you to necessarily. Yes, there's another dude there. Let's go ahead and say, yeah, why don't you continue your turn? What do you do when you see the dude there? He does have a gun pointed at you.
I walk up to him and punch him with my fist.
So does this one. Go for it.
All right, I guess I don't have the pipe anymore, so it's just going to be a melee attack, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. 1 shock, one success.
All right, I'm gonna say your fists are damage 1 weapon though, and that's all it takes to kill a mook.
Boom! Splatter.
Yes, your black gloves collide with. Where exactly are you hitting?
I usually go for the face, the head. There's
Right.
a lot of valuable stuff in there.
The snout is pressed up, exposing the canines. However, the snout does not end mid-air. The snout hits the wall as you press the canines into your gloved fingers and pull back and press that cranium once more against the wall, smearing it blue.
Fantastic.
You notice a
Fantastically
little
narrated.
bit of blood
No
pouring out
notes.
from your gloved hand.
Candy
Shrug it
Roses
off.
red vibes.
Just a little bit of purple on your gloves. There's another target though. Sadly, it's not your turn.
Okay.
Mick is going to
Ooh, did you assume that it was your turn?
Oh god, you're right. I didn't check. Sorry, it's been so long since anybody's been able to live long enough to do something. Holy shit.
I know, right? Somebody's actually going to get a shot off at Mouse.
Okay, so I get an armor save, right?
Yes. And add one. You added the 1 to it, right?
The
From your
one.
Trinity standard suit.
Oh, so no. So I've got an impact vest. So that's.
You also are wearing a Trinity standard suit under that.
And I've got my built-in natural armor. So
Right.
so let me change my armor. I'm going to go up to 8.
Just add 1.
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. So armor 8. All right.
Yeah.
Got 1 success.
Okay, that's still 2 damage coming at you.
Oh no. Oh no. I went down from having 9 stamina to 7.
Exactly.
Terrifying.
This motherfucker looks at you with zeal in her eyes. You see flashes of pink and white and azure as her eyes change locations, and you see the muzzle flare flash against the black, inky depths of those eyes.
I feel
And
two
you are
little
penetrated.
I feel two little pings, and they hurt more than they really ought, but nothing fatal.
She backs up against some sort of machinery, and she says, "Die, you son of a bitch! Die, 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 die!" She's
Jesus.
hysterical.
Okay.
But on the subject of jokes, it's Mick's turn.
Rude, so rude.
Ouch! That's so rude. Like Goop. I just took like the equivalent amount of damage that you did and was fine.
Mick is going to take a moment and crawl the best she can behind these crates.
Mm-hmm. What would you like to do while you're there?
Cry.
Cower.
Okay. That's pretty easy to do. Is that all you want to do with your turn?
Yep.
Look at this beautiful motherfucker. Very accustomed to violence. Super
Oh,
cool with this.
so
So
functional.
Was born and raised in the trade. Understands violence intimately.
She practically breathes and eats it. Yes. Mouse. This motherfucker is having a mental breakdown, realizing that death is staring her straight in the face. How
All
would you like to
right.
proceed, Death?
I march over to her, and I'm gonna try to throw her back onto the machinery that is there behind her, and then pin her on top of it. I want to talk to
Melee.
her.
I'm gonna say it's a contested melee for the
Okay.
purposes of fairness.
Well, I got 4 successes and 3 shocks.
Damn, someone's having a hard
okay, all
time.
right. The shocks are actually adding up. Let me take a look at what that means. 3 shocks is not actually that great. All right. I'm going to say that your position is increasingly untenable as you realize that the person that you assumed was your backup is nowhere to be seen. You're killing some random nobody in the middle of a dock. All of this kind of catches up with you as you realize you're going to take a -2 to all tests for the next round.
Okay.
But you do manage to pin her. What do you say?
I pinned her. I've got one strong forearm across her throat. I assume I've knocked her gun away with my free hand.
I assumed, yes.
And then I do like I always do. I pull out the pennant and I hold it there above her head.
Yes, the pendant drops down to about eye length, and her black eyes stare at it for a brief moment, shining silver and blue. And then she looks up at you, and you can see the reflection of your helmet in her black eyes as she says, "What?" That's all she says.
Okay. I punch her to death.
I'm not gonna make you roll.
A woman of few words. Alright. Fucking kill her.
Yep, done.
Nick,
Mm-hmm.
the violence has stopped up north. Are you?
No. Okay, actually, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna punch her to death. You know what I'm gonna do? Can I do something thematic?
Okay, yeah.
Theme.
I'm gonna pick
Thematic
her
is-
up. I'm gonna pick her up, and I'm gonna throw her out that window.
So rude. Oh, that is a nice window for throwing.
Exactly.
This actually, yeah, it's pretty perfect.
Plate glass. That cuts like butter.
The azure glass shatters, white and teal, crescendoing into a flurry of motion, breaking through, revealing the pink behind as her body falls to the concrete floor 1 story below.
Bloop.
Plonk.
The glass hits after she falls.
Oh, this is everything I've ever wanted out of a game.
She bleeds blue, but you're not there to see it.
Ooh, that's a good line.
That's a good line. Okay, so let's go check back in on Mick.
What you up to, Mick?
Mick is whispering and muttering to herself and holding the did you bandage her when you pulled those bits out, or did you just like leave it open?
Oh no, I used a med kit on her.
Okay, well, you said you used the med. I didn't know if you like forceps pulled the bullets out and were like, all right, that's fine, over the shoulder. Okay, she's patched up. She's not bleeding everywhere. Okay. So Mick...
Yeah, and I rolled really well, all things.
Yeah, you really did, yeah.
Let me put it this way. I rolled well enough that your wounds didn't mostly reopen when I used you as a bludgeon.
True, that's pretty good. Yeah, Mick is holding on to herself. She's I'm gonna say, okay, 2 questions, GM. A, can I roll for Mick to try and either insight, or would this be a resolve empathy roll to try and get her shit together, or is there anything specifically I would roll to see if she has any substances on her? Would that be a medicine check of her own? Would that be...
I think a medicine check +2 because you're druggy. And if that's a success, I'm going to give you an automatic pass on what would be a resolve check.
All right, let's see if she has any substances on her.
Otherwise, you'll have to.
Oh shit! There's 3.
You're jittering. You're going to take -2 to all tests, but what is it that you have on your person? I'm going to let you make this call.
Nick is going to pull a little Ziploc bag, and she's gonna. It has this sort of black gray dust that glints in the light. She's gonna pull it out, and she's gonna start opening it, and she's gonna drop it. And like a good amount of it just goes poof on the floor through the little cracks and the little, the channels and the crags and this metal grates, and she's gonna scoop what she can up, and she's gonna, her voice hitching and shaking and trying not to cry. She's gonna take a bit of it and snort it, as you do.
Is it nebula dust?
It is nebula dust.
Yeah. Okay. Basically, Kratom. Let's go.
Let me. What is it?
Could you tell the audience what nebula dust is, please?
I'm gonna go find out, because it might be one or the other. Let's see. I'm gonna go find out
nebula
specifically.
Dust is basically crocodile. It is a disassociate, opiate, and a couple of other fun.
Yeah. Okay. So nebula
dust.
dust.
You feel less.
It's harvested from a specific nebula. It's literally made from simple nebula-originated compounds, and it's a long-term painkiller and short-term disassociative. It causes blood vessel ruptures upon ingestion, and long-term use, can't think of anyone who would be doing that, leads to necrotic tissues.
She's killing herself, but it feels great.
To stay alive!
Yeah, so after a few seconds, the disassociation kicks in, the painkillers start to take effect, and Mick brushes herself off and looks around, trying to put together how she got here, and she sees the dead Rast on the floor, and she checks her gun, and she wanders out and goes, "Holy shit,
as she runs into Mouse walking back, having cleared this room.
Nick, don't drop your edge. But from now until an hour in game from now, you will not suffer any negative repercussions from getting a shock result.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's fucking great.
You're dying.
The necrosis is totally worth it.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I'm such an so I have a dampen. You know, actually I can reduce it. So yeah, as a side action, oh, it's only when it's gained. May I use my dampener once to reduce my edge, having forgotten about it earlier?
Does it say? Yeah, I mean, does it say once per game?
It just says once. It just says you may. I don't know if it's repeatable. I'm gonna presume it's once per encounter session thing.
It's yeah, once per encounter.
Okay. Well, Mick, you know, with an endocrine dampener in her skull and a lovely little God, okay, so she's definitely bleeding from her nose and perhaps a few other places.
Certainly.
Walks out and spies this terrifying shadow demon, who seems very far away and very close at the same time, and she goes, "Oh, hey, where are we going?"
I've been around the block. I can see the signs of nebula dust use.
Yeah.
I walk past her and don't reply. Walk into this room. Check for an improvised weapon.
Hey,
yeah, there's definitely a pipe you could alleviate from the wall.
Done. I've liberated a pipe.
I didn't imagine you. You're real. You're okay. Okay. I think I know. I think I get it. Okay. Okay. All right.
Go to yourself as you're getting it.
This door here?
It opens, yawning.
Okay.
Yeah. All right.
And I don't see anything on the other side of it.
You do, after a certain
Oh,
point.
look at this. Okay, I walk in. Look, this is great. It looks like we got a unique character here.
Well, there's two humans, unique or not. You know, one of them kind of looks like a standard mook, and the other one kind of flexes his knuckles and he says, "Showtime."
That's so funny.
Let's see. You opened the door. I'm gonna give this one to Mick, and let's have Mick go first if we're feeling it.
All right. Well, Mick, disassociating out of her fucking mind and incapable of feeling any pain in her shoulder, is going to run out and fucking take some pot shots. Actually, if she can't, I don't think she can walk past this person because that would be bad.
No, I mean, you know, you could take a attack of opportunity if you would like.
No, that would probably kill me. I'm just gonna fucking run up, and you know I can get, as long as I don't leave melee, I think I can be fine. So I'm gonna move here, and handguns don't actually have any negatives when you're firing in melee, so fuck it, we ball.
I love the face that you have for this.
There's one bullet, mag drop. Try to do it again.
Look at all.
There we go.
I'm assuming not the same person, or are we just going all in?
I am
on
going
this
to kill the yellow one. The yellow one
How
is.
would you like to describe the extent to which you overkill the yellow one?
Mick runs out with, bleeding from the face and the shoulder, with a confidence that is not necessarily sane. She stumbles into this person, even as they get their gun or sword or whatever the hell ready, and the gun is going off. The only real sign of injuries, the back of their jacket lifts up, ripping holes in it as it's pushed back from the sheer repeated impact of all the bullets flying through them. And as they collapse, Mick stumbles past them, just drenched from the chest down on her bare skin, almost unsure of what exactly just happened.
You paint the wall red and full of holes. Congratulations. There's pink on the floor. You're half sure that's a brain. Or maybe the floor's just pink.
It's a
Calm
pink
down.
city.
It's a pink city.
Everything's a little pink right now. At least for Mick.
It's a little pink.
All
On
right,
the subject.
pass turn.
An azure streak stains the pink that you see, Mick, as the mouse steps forth.
In response to this boss is cracking his knuckles, I throw my pipe away and decide to crack my knuckles back and march up to him and take a swing.
That's
All
so
right,
good. I
let's
love
have
that you
it.
just fucking throw the pipe. Oh yeah, you and me.
All right, melee. I have
Holy
5 successes.
fuck!
Okay, I'm gonna get the stats of this motherfucker up real
Oh my god.
because apparently I didn't have them open. All right, let's see. We're contesting melee here. Let's see who is the champion.
Let me see
Oh,
what sort
fuck.
of twists you can
Nothing.
do with this one.
Nothing.
Jesus Christ! Okay, you know what? I'm sorry. I was gonna make that a big thing, but honestly, he's all talk and no substance. How do
It's
you
all-
describe this?
This old man cracks his knuckles and is like, "It's
Okay.
showtime," and the show ends.
Curtain falls.
Bam! I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed at that. Wow.
I do enjoy the idea we're both standing here drenched in blood, disappointed in different ways.
I wanted for the audience. I've been keeping track. This game, Mouse has killed 5 people in melee, and Mick has killed 8 people with her gun, and one person as a melee weapon.
Oh, you're so fucking rude. Now, Mick has killed 1 person in melee, parentheses, weapon.
Weapon. Correct. Absolutely. So you actually got twice the body count I do, and half the life. So
Well, I think this one would count as Mouse killing someone in melee, parentheses, weapon.
Yeah.
but it was with the gun. That was with the gun.
No, Mouse, you're using your fists.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fair. Yep, nope, I am the weapon. Absolutely. Oh, wow, that was okay. So are we?
You retract your blood-drenched fist from what once was a face, and you look at it and you think, that was kind of disappointing. And you notice a stair.
Oh, there's a
Or
stair.
rather, you notice an elevator, sorry, in the other
Oh, there's an
other
elevator.
room.
Cool.
Yeah, this is an elevator.
Guess we're going. Well, guess we're going up.
As you say
Down,
that,
actually.
Mick starts wandering.
Where do you wander to, Mick? What are you looking for?
Mick's
Where
trying to leave the alleyway.
It's trying to leave the alleyway.
Okay, Mouse grabs her by the scruff of her jacket.
He doesn't really put up much of a fight.
Mouse drags her by the scruff of her jacket to the elevator.
You now have 1 Mick.
I have 1 Mick. I want you to understand that I'm behaving out of character here to not split the party.
Oops. Sorry, let me correct that.
Well, admittedly, she is good at murdering people.
Yeah, she's fantastic at murdering people. She's killed twice as many mooks as I have.
That's
You
not...
find yourself in the ICU, the ICC entrance, which prompts me as the GM the ICC lift, which prompts me as the GM to inform everybody who's in the audience today why this is called the ICC. Sadly, I was going to name it the ICU after this song. However, everybody said ICU. That's an ambulance, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that got
True.
kiboshed. But ICCs are the lifting mechs of the setting, kind of akin to Sigourney Weaver's thing at the end. Anyway, let's enjoy this music as you all murder everybody downstairs.
So we stepped out of the lift.
This song inspired that, yeah.
Hell yeah.
There's doors. There's windows. There's somebody frantically calling a phone. You don't think it'll help. What do you do?
So they're on the phone? Okay.
Yeah, you can hear. Yeah! It's just two of them. It's just fucking two of them. We
Mick,
steal a fucking arsenal of nukes, and they just said fucking two of them.
Mouse. Oh dear, we're dealing with an arsenal of nukes. I'll follow that away. Anyways, out of character. Mick, are you gonna take a shot through at this person through the glass?
You know, how about this? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roll a cognition. Is there the cognition? I'd say scrutiny. I'm gonna roll scrutiny and see if I reloaded. I did not reload. Nick points.
Penalize you for that at all? You're having a blast.
Nick points her
You didn't
gun
reload.
and clicks a few. It clicks a few, and she goes, "Oh, they haven't fallen over yet. That's crazy."
Okay, so do I since I'm not fucked up with drugs here? Do I see how to get into this area?
Well, there's a glass window.
Well, that's true. Okay. I just hurl myself through the glass window.
Okay. You know what? Give me a melee attack.
Oh no, my best skill. 2 successes, 2 shocks.
God, do an alacrity to get through the window, melee to break it.
Well, I'm afraid that you've completely eviscerated the person that you were attempting to kill. Sorry about that. I hope that's not an issue.
Is the phone hung up?
No.
I pick it up.
Who the fuck is this?
I guess Mick, in a drugged out state, gets to see me take off my helmet so that I can talk on the phone.
Your short hair flops over your eyes.
Do we want to show the audience what I look like underneath the helmet?
I don't have it uploaded.
Damn you! I guess we see Mouse through Mick's eyes.
That would happen first episode.
We see Mouse through Mick's eyes, and Mick is not in a state to understand what she's seeing now.
Mick.
Hmm?
You see Mouse pull the helmet off, and underneath you see a pendulous black void spiraling down into the depths, pink effusion flowing around. And then she turns to you, and instead of the pendulous blackness, you actually see the person that you knew you were working with this whole time.
Oh, hey.
Oh, come on, Shift Z, please, for fuck's sake.
You have you have it on set to ruler, I think.
There we are. Thank you. Yep.
Hey. Long time. Or maybe it hasn't been. I don't know anymore.
Doesn't matter, she says as she returns to the phone. I've gotta go.
Okay, I'll be quiet. I'll take a little bit of the cheddar crunches.
No worries. It's all good. It's just, it's just a call.
Nick sits down.
Take a load off. And Mouse, that all happens. You don't know what the
I have
fuck
no
just
idea what. Yeah,
transpired.
I have no ear for this. I pick up the phone, and
Someone's on the other end.
I pick up the phone and say into it, very grimly, I'm looking for the Night Stalker.
Damn.
Look, you're on the phone with some. I'm just gonna fucking hang up. Phone closes.
Right.
You're not the only person who took nonverbal communicator.
It's true. I like it. All right. I guess I
Welcome to
step
Azure
back
City.
out the window that I broke because I don't see a door.
Just gently stepping out through the plate grass, glancing one of the pieces still hanging in the frame, and it wincing as it shatters.
By the way, a mask comes down, and the person that you were talking to politely excuses herself. You understand.
I don't.
And Mouse
Oh.
is here now, or
Oh.
Jane.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Got it. Yep. Helmet goes back on.
Hey, did you see where she went? Yeah, I think she has. I don't know if she got my order right. I don't like onions on it.
Oh, look, there's another person here.
There are some doors that you pass, but there's another.
These are doors. Oh, we passed doors because I can't.
Yeah, they're doors.
Oh, these are doors.
Yes.
Oh, these are doors. Oh, these are doors. Okay, well, the orders were to clear everything, so I'll step through this door. Oh, that's the door That's the door. Okay,
Found a
got
door.
it.
There's another door right here, though.
There's a door, yeah.
Oh, shit, look at this. There's 2 more people in here.
Yep, they're quite confused as to how you got this far into their compound, but they're not complaining as they draw their weapons. But you have the initiative.
Oh, I still don't, is that a table?
It's a computer console, Thremnik.
Is it tied down?
It would be an endurance to lift it.
Okay, I pick it up.
Give me an endurance. You're gonna have to pull it out from its separation or from.
I got 1 success.
That's all you need.
Okay, and
that kind of game.
I use it to hit one of them.
This is a very heavy object, so you're going to be rolling a +1 damage 4.
Okay. Let me add that to. So let me see. So this is
Ren
computer console.
So you're bashing with a holographic projector, the likes of which are very technical.
So it's 4 damage and 4 damage what?
Mod 1.
Mod 1. Got it. Okay.
It's not easy to wield, but your mouse.
But I think I take a -2 because I still haven't got to take a -2 on anything from all of my edges.
Oh yeah.
So I'll take the -2 now. I rolled 2 successes.
Well, that's all it takes to.
And I'm going to use Red Typhoon to distribute melee damage across both of them.
Ooh, there we go.
Describe this beautiful scene.
Well, I walk in, these guys are playing cards. They're a little shocked because down here, they've done a remarkably poor job alerting the base that there have been 2 people rapidly murdering their way through a dozen mooks. Without any hesitation, Mouse reaches over, pulls this console off of the wall, sparks, pieces of powerful thin technology just sort of crumbling before her. She lifts it up. She brings it down on one guy. No longer a guy. Lifts it again, brings it down a second time. Now there's only one person in the room, and it's Mouse.
I will say, enough of the first person was stuck in the console that the second person is pretty permanently fused with the first.
The Magimerge reference.
Magimerge reference, yeah.
Hashtag Magimerge.
Mouse isn't going to say it, but she's going to think to herself how there's not going to be an open casket for either of these guys.
You've leveled the casket on them, friend.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to step back. I love the idea that Mick, on the worst drug trip of her life, as she watches Mouse go into a room, hears violence, Mouse comes back. Oh, there's another dude in here? There's a third.
Yeah, a door. I was going to say, it's no longer your turn. A door opens.
Oh, good.
And somebody levels a pistol at you. He fires. He hits.
I roll an armor save. Does armor save get -2 too for all of my
No.
Okay.
Different thing.
No successes.
2 damage.
2 damage. All right.
You know, you were walking away and you exposed a critical minor bit of the nape of your neck to this individual who walked out at just the right time to see it underneath your collar and underneath your helmet. And
damn, good shot.
Unarmored bit
is
struck through, and you feel it.
I feel it. Ugh.
That's your neck. It's not supposed to feel like that.
Okay, is it Mick's turn?
Yeah, you took the 2 damage. Right?
I took the 2 damage. Yeah, I stayed with
Mick.
9 stamina. I'm down to 5 stamina.
Mick's going to walk up and say, excuse me, and sort of go in for what seems like a hug, and then with her arms underneath Mouse's arms, gonna pump the person across the room full of lead.
Did you reload this time?
Can I find it? Do I have to roll to find out?
You definitely did.
All right, we roll. Okay. I'll roll my damage.
Well, you gotta attack first. Okay, yeah.
I think after
The hug
she,
is short-lived.
I was gonna say after she failed to kill that other person and Mouse had to jump through a window, she had a minute to reload while she was making her food order. Her friend.
That's so. There's a lot to unpack with Mick, and we're not unpacking right now.
Spaghetti. you realize as spaghetti hits the floor and the wall.
Ah, I hate spaghetti.
It's like your parents are screaming again on spaghetti night.
Oof. Too soon.
Mick, Mouse, you notice that Mick is wearing headphones right now.
Interesting.
Big
Okay.
old
Listening
bulky
to
ones.
ICU by
Oh.
Radar.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna. I'm chagrined that I actually owe Mick one, and I'm gonna march back over here to see what the fuck I missed.
A coffee room.
That's it? This is a coffee room?
Yeah, it's the break room.
Oh, I laugh at the absurdity of it. All right. I march back out. It's Mick's go. I've watched this far.
All right, Mick. I'm gonna say y'all are both in turn order. Mick, go.
Mick, does Mick spot this person? Should I roll a scrutiny to see
It's
if she
a glass
spots?
window. It doesn't take a scrutiny to see.
All right. Nick says, "Oh, she spies the, is this a raised sort of like, car blocker thing, for like parking?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go with that.
She sees that and she looks over and she goes, "I'm sorry, I didn't bring my ticket." And then she chuckles and then she blows him away through the glass.
Give me the attack.
She's so normal. She's doing great. She's handling this super well.
Doesn't matter that you didn't bring your ticket. I mean, the device you have in your hand checks it for you. And
Perfect.
the blue ink on the wall means that you're free to go.
Hell yeah. Didn't even hurt this time.
All right. I march in to make certain that there's no one in this break room.
Yes.
What the
You're
hell is
clear
this?
this time.
What is this yellow thing? Is this just
That's a stairway up that you didn't have to take.
to this gangplank?
Yeah, to the room where you defenestrated the person.
Oh, that's
There's a
cool.
door and a stairway that.
Oh, that's cool
didn't
that I just
bother you
missed. Okay, good. So wait,
Yeah, you
Mick.
see the defenestrated person.
I see the demonstrated person, which is awesome. Mick,
Hey, how you doing, Jane?
is there anything about nukes that were recently stolen?
What? No, you just missed my friend. I think she ordered pizza. It should be here any minute now. And she starts. Mick fires through the window and it shatters. And she starts trying to climb over the windowsill.
I still have that burner phone, right?
You do.
I pull it out and I message our the hot fuck boy, the hot fuck boy. What's his name?
Yeah.
Radovan, and ask as quickly as I can type out in very formal no emoji text. Am I looking for nuclear weapons?
The response is no. Period. The weapons are where they belong now. Period. You killed the thieves. Period. Did you? Question mark.
Job's done.
Good. Period. Find me. Happy face.
Oh God. Also, I like the idea that I love the idea that Radovan uses like tons of like emojis, like thumbs up, explodey banner.
There was definitely a thumbs up reaction that I just didn't say because the
Yes.
reactions, they kind of get missed in the whole like notifications thing.
Is
Tons of
is
thumbs
Mick
up.
is Mick climbing the ladder? Are you moving Mick up one at a time to demonstrate she's climbing the ladder?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's a crane that you're climbing. It's for carrying crates. You're at the console now. Do you want to do something with the crane? You're on the docks.
She's gonna. Well, I mean, unless she sees anything that the crane could specifically pick up.
There's a bunch of crates.
Well, there are a bunch of crates, but like other than I guess she could smash one, but it would require her to figure out the fucking
I
thing.
cannot believe I'm going to say this. Is Mick sufficiently out of it that she's going to crash the crane into the office building?
Nah, she's not gonna fuck with the controls.
Entirely up to her.
She takes one look at the controls and she's like, "Oh, I am too
I'm
high
too
for
high for
this.
this."
Yeah, I don't fucking get this." She's gonna go down. I'm gonna test movements to see if I fall. I'm fine.
You love
mean-
that you're voluntarily making these choices.
I mean, you did roll 2 shocks.
Yeah, but I'm
Yes,
immune to it. I got nebula dust in me.
Oh,
You fall,
yeah.
but it doesn't hurt. You fall at like the
Like the last 10
You know.
feet or something.
last
What if I
10
catch
feet
her?
exactly.
I try to catch her because I'm such a cool gal. What do I
Wow,
roll?
nice.
Me,
Okay.
I'm gonna say melee because I think that's better suited.
I punch her
Normally
out
I
of the
would punch
air
her.
before she lands.
Like you're grabbing flies.
once it's
either an
Oh,
endurance or a melee.
perfect.
You catch.
One success. Good.
One sex. Sorry.
One sex. That was pure sex. What Mouse just did.
Yeah, she falls. You catch her. You
I put
set
her over my
straight on her
shoulder.
feet.
I put her over
Oh.
my shoulder and carry her out.
Brilliant. The car awaits. You have killed everyone here. You begin to hear distant sirens.
Hey,
You're not sure if they're coming here.
thanks
They
for
don't sound great either.
thanks for catching me, Trent. I'll let you drive. I'm not feeling up for it right now. If that's okay.
Trent. Okay.
She's gonna start climbing the fucking fence.
It seems. I mean, I just pull the fence apart. It's not like one of us is.
It is like tissue paper.
It's like tissue paper to baby. All right, done. Okay, we get back in the car. We fly casual.
This is going to be an operation because the sirens are getting closer. You definitely know that they are coming here.
You could
Probably
put
the
you
people
could
who you killed didn't make the call, but somebody
Someone did.
Gunfire.
you could put Mick behind the wheel. That could be a choice that you make.
I put Mick behind the wheel.
Oh, you're a fucking maniac. All right, here we go.
I'm not even going
Operations.
to penalize you. You're sitting at this. You're dealing
Smooth
with
operator.
Smooth operator.
She
Nick
pulls out.
drives high better than you drive.
It's so true.
The speeding up, the getting into lanes is smoother than butter. She even pulls off, hangs a hard right, swings back around underneath a bridge, waits for the the TFI agents to fly past, and
Oh, it's just SJB this time.
oh, it's just SJP. Yeah, and then she pulls back out, moves along,
Uses her blinker.
uses her blinker, no issues. She's not even looking when she, reaches over, sets the air conditioning to high. Yeah, that's a good question. GM, does nebula dust make you feel too hot or too cold? Like, is it a cold numb
Oh.
or is it a warm numb?
I'm gonna say dealer's choice on this one. You get to make the call.
Well,
It's how your body individually responds. I would default to cold numb.
yeah, because
but-
it's space. It's cold like space. Parentheses, space actually isn't that cold.
Yeah,
you
not really.
you overheat in space if you're in space. But yeah, she turns the heat up to max. Yeah, she's not wearing a whole lot anyway. So yeah, the heat's on max. She's cruising down the highway. Yeah, and GM, where if you have a place you'd like to take us, you can. Otherwise, Mick's probably gonna try and get something to eat, not thinking about what she's doing.
Not gonna lie, drive-through sounds ideal. I'm habitating a zone that you will go to soon, so please feel free to narrate this.
Perfect. Yeah, Mick pulls up to this drive-through for a restaurant that Mouse has never heard of. It's not on Horizon Street or anything. It's this little, shanty place that has like this huge Rast mural on the wall. She pulls into the drive-through and she orders something that, if Mouse has been around a lot of, Rast or, good street food community, she probably recognizes a few of them. And she leans over and she goes, spicy or crunchy? Hey.
Is she asking me, or is she asking the
Jane,
the
spicy
clerk?
or crunchy? And she nudges you with an elbow.
Crunchy.
All right. And she leans over and talks a bit more, and you hear some words about deep fried and something or other. She pulls up to the next window. This sack that is practically dripping grease. She trades it for a few credit things. And opens it up in her lap, not even waiting to, get out of the car or anything, and it's like a burrito, but it's like crunchy. It's like somewhere between an egg roll and a burrito. She hands one to you.
Sounds really good.
Yeah, and it's crunchy and spicy and greasy, and taps on the gas, starts rolling forward while she's noshing into it. Eat it,
How
my
do you
treat.
respond?
Okay. I pull off my helmet to eat this.
Mick's got her eyes on the road and the burrito. She doesn't have time to notice exactly.
To see some sort of horrible flashback.
Oh yeah, there's no horrific implications here. It's just enjoying a nice meal.
Indeed. And as you enjoy your meal, you find yourselves floating back to a recognizable location. And the sounds of the brothel return to your peripheries, Mick. Mouse, you are well aware of where you're heading. Aside from the detour for food, you knew pretty certain where exactly this line of reasoning would end. You're back at Mish's.
Question.
Yes.
To my fellow player, Jane, did you take any efforts to hose Mick down, or is she still covered in blood on the chest?
I've not taken any efforts to hose myself down.
Alright, well, we're still pretty fucking messy. I guess we've been this messy before, just not quite as out of it when we've come back.
Mhm. The hostess, in their hushed tone, says, "Ah, you've returned. Oh, would you like us to? You've returned like that." They look worried for a moment. They look over to somebody else who kind of gives them a reassuring glance, and they say, "Ah, yes. Okay, wonderful. Yes. I'm assuming you would like to speak to Mish."
Oh yeah, yeah, Mish. God, I have a terrible fucking headache. You got any bee juice or anything like that?
Right, yes. One moment, madam. And they step into a curtained room and they come back. They do actually have bee juice on them, and as well an adrenaline needle. And they say, "I do have the substance you required, but I also have this just in case."
Oh, thank Christ. And Mick is gonna waste no time grabbing both, and she's gonna shotgun this tall glass of pink shit that how much would Mouse know about bee juice? Is that a local thing?
No, it's not. It's a Trinity-wide thing. This is a
Okay.
very street-level drug. Like,
Nice, okay.
honestly, they even sell it at pharmacies. It's not prohibited at all.
All
It
right,
just makes
well,
you dumb.
all right. So
It's just bimbo juice.
Mouse, yeah, it literally is
what it says.
Mouse watches, this girl shotgun this tall glass of pink and then stab an adrenaline needle in her thigh and go, "Oh, okay, I'm feeling a lot better. All right."
I say,
tell Mish I'll come see him after I've taken a shower.
Of course, of course. Showers are this way. And they would direct you to honestly, they would take you into the back where the folks who work here generally get cleaned up. And there's a rather luxuriant it's not a spa, but it does the works. It's better than a locker room, that's for sure.
All right.
But it is for multiple people, so it's like, you know, a cross between a locker room and a spa to some extent.
I mean, are you saying that because you think that Mouse is going to be intimidated changing clothes in front of people? Because, like, that's definitely not the case.
Were you implying that I could ever intimidate the mouse?
The Mouse? Yeah, exactly. People should be intimidated by me. This is now my locker room.
You saunter in covered in blue and red. People understand what that means. They give you birth.
Mick follows in after into the mouse's locker room and finds one or two of the people giving Mouse a wide berth and is like, "Oh, she is crazy. You should have seen her. She tore up."
You don't look half that torn up. You look pretty torn up yourself.
And Mick's like, "Oh no, none of this is mine. I'm fine." She says, like, you know, a bright red streak coming out of her nose.
Stares at your shoulder meaningfully before saying, "Yeah, sure. Do you, you know, do you need help?"
Oh,
What?
I'd love some help. Oh, that sounds heavenly.
One of the braver of the three people you were kind of talking to as one
Accosting.
steps forth and says, I got this. It gives kind of a meaningful glance somewhere between worry and I'm okay looks to their friend before the other party members of that group kind of move to the side, waiting, of course, to make sure that their friend is okay after tending to you. But the friend in question makes no indication that they're worried about you harming them. And they do kind of take a moment to sit you down, level you, make sure that you're calm before assessing your wound and thinking and leaving you to think about the fact that you are in fact somewhat mortal, and you do in fact bleed red. They change your bandages. They remark that was some field amputation you nearly got before making their way out. You can regain your everything.
Yay! We're back to normal.
Yeah. And Mouse, what sort of activities do you get up to in this communal shower that is not depicted?
I shower. If they're not too deep, I pull the bullets out of myself. Since
They're not, and
I-
you're provided equipment to do so by presumably the same person who kind of, after observing the mess that the first person that they interacted with was experiencing, kind of come over to you and say, "Do you need help?" And you're kind of well in hand, and they say, "Let me just." They fist around in their pocket.
point my head. I point my head down and pull back up my hair.
I was
so
gonna
that
say
they can-
the neck.
They could get to the bullet, the bullet that hit my neck.
They kind of wince looking at that, and they say, "Let me tend to that one." And you know, a very homoerotic removal of bullet ensues.
I mean, unfortunately for this Thren, the wince and the weak, let me take care of that one, precludes Mouse from ever sleeping with her.
Aww.
Damn.
Mick would never wince when she sees Mouse gets injured.
Well,
These are individuals.
Mick
with
is
the
currently in
cloth,
negative
not the
territory.
armor.
The biggest thing was using drugs while on a job.
I love the.
You'd be surprised how many people take offense to that.
I'm so curious. Is it worse to have a fucking like meltdown and like total psychotic breakdown, or is it worse to do drugs and kill more people? In Mouse's opinion,
The problem here is that obviously having a psychotic break / meltdown in the middle of a job is just absolutely worse. But the bigger thing is you were so weak and inexperienced that you had to do it in the first place.
oh, she's so weak in experience. It's incredible she's alive.
I'm so intrigued by this character insofar as I don't know how they've lived this long.
How has God let you make it this far?
I'm like, how did God, the GM, give you the same amount of experience as me, and I have a tank that can take a shot from like an artillery piece and be okay, and you get typhoid in like a strong breeze.
This is gonna be really fun.
Mick coughs. Ah, the consumption.
the black lung, papa.
Oh, wheel me over to the window. I'd like to feel the sun on my face.
I need to go to our seaside resort to breathe in the healing vapors.
The healing vapors of the ocean air.
So get the bullets pulled out of me. I staple gun up any wounds. The bleeding stopped. Do we lose any edge? Do we gain any stamina?
Yes and yes.
Okay.
This is going to be treated as a long rest. So
Okay,
basically, you're back to. Should you so choose, you're back to point blank.
Oh, I'd like to go to point blank, please.
Yes.
All right.
Please.
Good. Look at that. Kick ass. All right. I dry up. I find that my clothes, the blood has been whisked away from them while they were gone. I'm impressed by this quality of service. I dress back up and I put my helmet back on. I put my helmet back on and I step out to go see Vish.
Before you make it outside, while you're in the locker room, just as you put your jacket on and you slip your second arm through to the sleeve, someone slaps you on your back. Turn and you see Mick, who is naked as the day she was born, and she goes, "Hey, nice shooting out there. Sorry about having a little bit of a moment. Thanks for dealing with that. I'm sober and up now, feeling a little better. Things are. It's hard for an operator like us sometimes."
I'm looking down at you because I'm so much taller and bigger than you, and also because I don't think highly of you. But the hair is in my eyes, so you don't really see what my eyes look. They're just enveloped in shadow. But I stare at you for a long moment, and then quirk a very, very slight smile, and say, "Well, you did all the shooting."
I sure did. And the pride on Mick's face is wholly unearned as she goes to put her clothes back on.
To be fair, in Mick's defense, she did kill twice as many people as Mouse. Like, in terms of raw effectiveness, Mick did really, really well. Then she had,
See how she drove.
Yeah, she drove great. Then she had catatonia. Then she went catonic.
She's so good at this.
So I'm back. I put on the clothes.
Yes.
Let's go see our boy, our horrible boy.
The two of you, thoroughly clothed, ready to meet the person that I desperately tried to make you hate, but all of you seem to love.
I don't think you could ever describe Mick as thoroughly clothed.
Well, I mean, she has clothes on, and she's a thorough something or other.
Some of the clothes she's wearing are even opaque.
True. You step into that back door that you know is there, and Vratovan says, "Great news! You're gonna love this one, Mish. You're gonna love this one, Mouse. Shit, wait. Did I ever even get a name? Fuck. You're gonna love this one.
Jane.
Random person who I just met today.
I do love the idea that it literally that is literally going random person. Like,
I mean, he literally says, they're gonna love this one person whose name I still haven't gotten. Guess what? You've impressed the powers that be. Congratulations. Not only do you have my aforementioned promise of room and board with that one, no take backsies, but I got in contact with, oh, cut the shit. Name's Rory Tightenoff. If you haven't heard of me, you're new to town. I work with the Founders Union.
Hey, Rory. Mick leans forward and waves.
does Mick know Rory, or is Mick acting
He's
like
still
she knows Rory?
associating with this one? Yeah. She's vouched for. Really? After the last job? She's vouched for by that one. Oh, I saw. Look. You want audience with Madame Fauci. You want audience with other people too, but I haven't shown up yet. Next best thing.
You're gonna like Fauci, Jane. She's pretty cool.
Shut up.
Rory's cool too. She's on the level. You just gotta treat her with respect. You don't want to talk over her. And you want to direct business deals to people who aren't her. She doesn't take well to like walking up to her and being like, "Hey, can I buy whatever?"
They saunter up to you and they say, "My pronouns are they, though."
Oh, yeah. Sorry.
No
They.
worries.
God. Mick bonks her head. Too much. I've been hitting the dust. Sorry.
Just like last job. I know. What's your name? They turn to you very specifically, Mouse.
My passport says it's Jane Doe. Or Jane Smith. Passport says it's Jane Smith.
What should I call you? I already know this one.
Mouse.
All right, Mouse. You want to meet the boss? No take backsies. Radovan chuckles at that one. I'll show you the boss. Is that one with you?
Pointing
I
at
shrug.
me. That's a yes. She's speaks with body language. I'm a bit of a translator, you know. I got away with people.
I'm not surprised. You two are like bees in a pod. This one never shuts up. This one won't say even her fucking name. All right, everybody. I've got a car. Let's take a ride.
Whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna take a ride. We're gonna take a ride. See, the great thing is that I should be terrified and scared, but also, I know that I can I'm bulletproof, and I just took a shower, so I'm feeling pretty lucky.
All right. So yeah. You are taken to the jungle. Welcome, to the jungle. I was waiting to do that.
God, I thought that was
Finally,
the
name
session.
drop
I'm
of the
excited.
session. We can finally begin to play the game.
Yes.
That was the tutorial level.
You passed the tutorial level.
We passed the tutorial, and only one of our characters almost died.
Did you see? Are you seeing a black screen?
Nope, I got
I
full
see the
vision.
Whole screen.
Okay. And can you see through the green or?
I can see through this. I cannot see through this. This is all blacked out.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah. All right, cool. So you're standing outside. Rory Tightenoff kind of looks you up and down and says, "Sure you want this?"
My buddy here is very, very insistent. She's She's here on business. She's here from off planet.
All right, Mick. She hasn't
I-
protested, so I'm assuming that you're speaking for her in this regards.
Yep. You could
You're
call,
ready for this.
call me. You could
There's
call me her
no,
business associate.
I do the thing I always do. I pull out the pennant. I ask Rory, "Do you collect jewelry?"
Roll me an insight.
Oh boy.
So I get okay. So roll an insight. That's empathy. Okay, done. Let's see how bad this goes. I got
Not
a success
terrible. Could be worse.
on 3 dice. I got a success.
There's the light of recognition in her eyes when she sees. Or when, sorry, fuck. I misdoing her.
I'm
their,
sorry. I
pronouns.
messed it up for you. They them.
There's the light of recognition in their eyes when they see the pendant. You can see the silver reflecting on their eyes as those pupils widen with knowledge. But they say nothing. And they look at you and they say, "Not a fan of jewelry." And they open the door.
I'm sure you'll find someone to take your hand in marriage, Mouse.
Mick always shooting her shot.
And you find yourself in what is to Mick very obviously one of the many mixed hab and agriculture towers of the jungle. The jungle is named that because it is quite literally a jungle of buildings filled with plants. This is where a lot of the produce is raised, a lot of the produce is grown, livestock is raised, and methane and carbon compete with oxygen in the jungle. Oxygen typically winning out, and you are in the lobby of a very populous, very big building. But Rory knows where they are going, and they lead you past a number of figures, some of whom seem faces in the crowd, and others
Some of who are NPCs and others who have unique art.
who have unique art. Yes. You walk past a number of people. This one gives you a side look, as does that one.
I was gonna say I haven't seen half of these. That's actually pretty interesting.
And you are brought into a back room that leads to a staircase.
The one on the
Leads
bottom
to-
right didn't look at us or anything.
Yes. Wait, did I include who I thought? Yeah. That other character. Anyway, you're led into a very increasingly cold room, and you recognize it for what it is. The aforementioned livestock that is raised here ends somewhere too.
Mick zips up her puffy coat, which destroys her impressive silhouette and profile and makes her look kind of puffy.
You look just like a small child in a too large barco.
Exactly, yeah, or like a wrapped ham.
Titanoff knows where they belong and saunters over to who you recognize immediately due to introduction as Madame Fauzi.
Mick waves at Rory as they leave and walks up and says, "Hey Fauzi, this is my buddy Mouse, off-world, looking for some friends."
They turn around, or she turns around. Her collars of her dress jacket are pulled up the cuffs of her dress jacket are pulled up, which you probably oughtn't do with a dress jacket. as are her sleeves, all the way up to around half mast on her noticeable biceps. And she turns around, blood drenching her arms, cleaver in hand, having just slaughtered something dangling from the roof, blood pooling at her feet. She turns around and she looks at you both.
Mick turns to the mouse and goes, well, I done my introduction. Anything more and I'm going to get shot, so you have fun.
Mouse.
So, I have a friend. They've just come to Dragonize. Let's call them the Wildfire of Arcadia.
I've heard of you. Or your friend, rather.
She's looking for someone who left behind a piece of jewelry. And I pull out, as I always do, my damn piece of jewelry. The only connection to the person I'm trying to murder. And I hang it. I say,
roll me that insight once more.
I can't. No, no. Insight is so terrible here.
You're
fucking full.
You know what? Can I roll an insight as well?
You know what? Yes, please help me out here.
That doesn't mean I'm actually going to tell you what I find out. Wow.
Wow, useless to me.
I'm going to reach.
Do you want to reach that?
I'm curious. I mean, like, you know, my new friend here is smitten with presumably a girl, given the look of the jewelry. And
Ooh, 2 successes.
Also, by the way, I think this is, if not this, then the last time was the first time that you're seeing the jewelry. Honestly, this is the first time you're getting a good glimpse of it.
Huh.
Roll me. No, I'm not even going to make you roll that. There's the glint of recognition in your eye, but not hers.
Motherfucker.
But you don't notice this, Mouse. You don't notice that I notice.
No, you don't notice. Yes, I don't notice.
She's blank-faced, Madame Falsey, for what it's worth. She says, interesting brooch. Thurn make, I take it. I've heard a lot about you. You didn't need to introduce yourself to me. I was expecting that you'd show up here eventually. Scion of the Quave family.
Well,
I was hoping I'd meet you, after all I've heard.
I'm learning so much, Mouse. Oh my goodness. And Mick clings to Mouse's arm and is only slightly intentionally trying to sap heat from her larger friend.
She rubs a bloodied hand over her forehead, and she says, we probably have a lot to talk about.
well, my adopted father and your mother got along well before his untimely passing. I don't see any reason that we couldn't get along well, assuming you didn't have a hand in his death.
I feel the same.
Shit.
Meanwhile,
Diegetic.
Oh, that's diegetic as fuck.
Like running commentary. Fuck.
She's watching this like a tennis match.
I feel the same. Fuck! And that's where we call it for tonight.
No! But also reasonable.
Perfect.
That's the closer. All right, how do you think?
I'm excited. I like this. This is good.
Okay.
It's fun. I like this. I'm excited. I love all the hints, the drops, the fact that there's a lot of background radiation for both of us is felt and appreciated and adds so much, and I'm so excited.
I'm so happy with how it turned out.
I'm excited. I'm excited. So we do not have a session next week, or do we?
I think
We
we're
do not,
paused
because it
for
is
next week.
Halloween, and I have prior engagements planned a year in advance with Milady Saito next week.
Understood.
Oh yeah.
So our next appointment is November 5th.
Correct. We will be
I'm there.
reconvening. And we will figure out exactly what transpires when Madame Falsey and Mouse get together and where Nick falls in between.
Yeah, I'm excited.
so
Also, oh dear, outside meta commentary here. Mick knows something, that motherfucker.
Mick, well, that's the thing. Mick
Yeah.
knows Rory. Like, they've met them several times. And, like, she knows Fauzi, and she fucking lives here, and she fucking does skeepy shit all the time. Like,
She doesn't even know how she knows what I just revealed. She knows.
Oh yeah, as a player, I have no fucking clue what any of this means. I'm gonna go
God.
find out about this. And I hope you
Too much.
I hope you've enjoyed your hints at Mick backstory, Devi, and the plenty. There's like a entire cast of characters that you're learning about and getting hints about.
She's like 6 trauma raccoons, like
She
in a
is
trench
literally
coat. She's
exactly.
She's 6 trauma raccoons in a parka with exposed abs, and I don't
Yeah.
know how she makes that work.
Well, you know, I'm
But-
taking notes on all the characters and names you drop, and if you feel like it, I highly encourage you to do the same, because we're taking 2 weeks off.
Yep, you name dropped Trent. I don't know. I don't remember the person who was going out for Cheez-Its.
Didn't say a name.
Got it. Okay.
Maybe that's Trent.
Well-
Who knows?
I will say, for the viewers that are still here, I will repeat it. Final kill count was 5 to Mouse, 8 to Mick, plus 1 melee as Mick.
Damn.
So yeah, not bad,
Alright.
not bad.
Okay, so that concludes, I think, our episode. However, usually we do a feedback phase. I'm gonna skip it this time and do that off screen because I'm gonna ask you deep interpersonal questions.
Dun dun dun.
Figure out how to better serve you all for the next round. So we're skipping feedback phase this time, though I might institute that later. Where can we find you all one more time? Just in case we have new viewers who didn't catch it the first time.
Plug in my
Yes.
pluggables. You can find me
Yes,
at Twitter/Corruptive Spirit with no I in corruptive. And you can find, honestly, that's kind of all I have going on. I do art, I do writing. You can find that all there. If you check my media tab, you can find both. I have a anthology I'm contributing to coming out in the next couple months, and a book that I've contributed to. I'm very excited about it. You know, with a friend of mine. If you want to look more into that, you can find my friend who's writing this book at Devi Lacroix on Twitter.
What? What a surprise!
Oh,
I'm shocked.
she's right here. Take it away, Devs.
Take it away. So my name's Devi. You might know me from Twitter. I'll share my Twitter link here in a moment. Otherwise, I'm a writer of lesbian crime novels and a lesbian urban fantasy series. Things you might like. If you like Mouse, if you like butches in motorcycle jackets, if you like butches using their fists to enact justice upon bad people, I got you covered in my books.
Fuck yeah.
That's it. That's the only spiel I'm
All
gonna
right, all right, cool. Do we have? Yep, you tossed the late. All right, cool. So now comes the really hard part of the night. Is Lee still hosting? Can we raid?
I'm hosting. Don't think we can.
Fuck.
All right.
Bummer. Well, we are friends with the folks over at Fool's Moon. We are also friends with the folks over at ESP.
Lee is in chat saying that that we can raid.
All right,
Oh,
raid.
okay, Lee. Decide between Fool's Moon and ESP D&D. Which would you rather? I think Fool's Moon, personally. No, I don't think Goop could, because we've done this rigmarole. I don't think Goop can raid. I think you have to do it.
You walk me through it. I can
Do
try and
Fool's Moon.
figure it out.
I do love ESP D&D. Check them out on another night. We're gonna raid Fool's Moon. Eon.
Oh no, it's raiding.
Lee's
6
got it, I
raiders.
think.
Damn. All right.
All right, y'all. Thank you for coming out, and we'll see you 2 weeks from now, same time.
Oh,
I'd say
yeah.
Maybe a little earlier, because
Technical difficulties. It turns out that no, we're gone now.
Oh fuck! Next game coming up. You know what? I think they're doing a